Here we go. Welcome to episode 14 of the OurTeam podcast, and we've got an interesting lineup this week. I think it's going to be one of the more interesting ones. People I know have been excited about this. I've got DMs this week saying that they're especially looking forward to this episode. Shout out to the waiting room gang, as always. Everyone who was in here early. I'm going to do some YouTube stuff this week, so like and subscribe. That's it. That's my YouTube stuff right there. Right, let's get into the lineup. KillaJosh, how are we feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I had about like 2 naps today, so I'm like real refreshed. I got like a lot of energy, so I'm definitely gonna troll a lot of you. I'm trying to get like another 1v5 argument going on this week. So,
I mean, you do power up when you take naps, and you took 2 naps today.
Oh yeah, I'm charged up, baby. Black Air Force.
You're like Mark McGuire
double the trouble.
Right now.
Yeah, the Black Air Forces are on tight today.
Oh
tight.
God.
I took a 5-hour nap today, by the way. I don't even
That's
know
not
if
a
that
nap.
counts
You
as
went to
That's
sleep.
sleep. You went to sleep.
you
That's not a
slept.
nap.
Just slept through the day.
Yeah, you slept.
Yeah, it's good. Ludes, what's good, man? How we doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. I actually haven't been playing 2K this week, really.
Oh, good. That's good for a MyTeam podcast.
Yeah, no, for sure. I've been playing Lawnmower Simulator quite a bit, and a little bit of Farming Simulator, dude. You know.
I downloaded Farm Simulator yesterday. We need to run co-op. Can we run co-op?
Yes, we can run. Of course, we can run. We can AFK it if you really want.
Best.
Lame.
I'll be saying
Lame.
okay.
L's in the chat. L's in the chat for AFK. Ratio.
I was playing Lawnmower Simulator. I almost said Stimulator. That sounds gross.
Stimulator.
Lawnmower Simulator on stream
a whole
earlier,
different
dude.
game.
I was having a great time. I have a whole backstory for my guy. You know, it's like a whole thing.
You said you were playing Power Washer Simulator at some point.
Oh yeah, I was. Yeah, I
What
was
is-
also doing that. I mean, it's
you're gonna have
exactly
to
what it
explain.
sounds like. You power wash, dude. You know?
And that's fun. That was fun for you.
Yeah, there's no algo, so that's good.
Oh my, off the chain.
Matt, what's good, bro? What you been up to?
Man, what's good, y'all? What's good, everybody out there, man? I hope everybody's had a great 2K week. I'm chilling. I'm over here just vibing on 2K, trying to get these centerpieces, trying to get my weight up to get level 40. I'm like at level 36 right now, so I'm on my way to getting there.
Grind for Trey Young, bro. Oh,
I don't, man.
I think
Trey
that's
Young's
why-
valid.
He's
bad.
Man, he's not it. I was watching Ty's video. And Splash even said it. He's just not him. Near Manny was the first in the world to get him. And honestly, man, I saw the gameplay and I'm like, ugh. But that beyond level 40, I mean, who knows, guys, right?
I mean, with George, we're gonna get into that, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Whose gameplay did you see, by the way?
Ty's. I saw Ty's.
Okay, I saw DBG's, and like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was DBG or the card, but wow.
Probably was both. A little
Why
bit
are you
of both.
sending strays?
It was a little bit of both.
Yeah.
A little bit of both.
I mean, that
I'm
was
just gonna
genuinely
leave
the worst gameplay I've ever seen. Yeah,
We're
Oh,
5
no.
minutes into the podcast, man.
Catching strays,
Yeah,
man.
DBG
God.
chucking strays in there. Totti, how you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Just haven't played much 2K this week. Just doing other stuff, going to the gym, stuff like that. So just enjoying life right
Show
now.
us your muscles, flex. Let's see any progress.
Oh no, we don't want to see
Man,
that.
there's
Let's compare our arms. Who has a bigger
I'm
arm?
saving the
Josh.
viewers. We do not want to see that. Please
Gun
don't.
chosen out.
All right,
Totti,
bro.
I
All
heard
right.
that you sold your account a couple of weeks ago, right?
I did.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'll get to everything. Like
You
once,
you
like,
know
the
this
time
is a
comes for
MyTeam
it.
podcast, right?
I do. Yeah.
Good, just checking. Cool,
Yeah,
all right. Evan, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just excited to be back on the podcast. I think we're gonna have some good chats today. I mean, everyone knows me and Totti on Twitter. We do be getting some arguments and trying to troll each other, but so it should be fun. I'm excited.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I think that's what the majority of people are here for today. Just,
Totti's a
Most
troll,
definitely.
man. He beat me one time in PL. You know what's so crazy?
I beat you by
He-
30. I beat you by 30.
Oh,
Stop,
no.
okay, stop. He dogged me. I'm not gonna lie. He dogged me in PL. Last year, though, I remember playing him in PL, and it was
I
so
remember
much
that.
of a better game. You had Anthony Davis. I was out there with diamonds and amethysts, bro, and you're flexing that.
Oh,
And you know
you
what?
just
That's not my
waited-
fault. Give
No,
me
no,
team
I
better.
waited
Give me
on
team
the,
better.
I
It's not
waited
my
to be on the
fault.
podcast to do this. We're gonna play tonight on stream after the podcast, and everybody.
he sold his account. He don't play
Yeah, you
much
can't
anymore.
play.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You did that. You did that on purpose, so you didn't have to play me again. I see what you're doing.
He
That's
ducked
what
It's
you
a
it.
did. I'll pay
calculated
for
it.
move,
Alright,
truly.
Yeah, I'm ducking 3 months in advance. You got it.
Unbelievable, man.
We got to see it. I want to see that. I want to see
wanna
that.
it too.
I
Crunch
would love
match.
to see that.
You can
You
borrow
guys
my account.
should. No, you guys should go to a neutral game. Like go play each other in like Power Wash Simulator, so you can power wash
How
better.
do you even win that? Whoever cars looks to clean, like how do you win that?
Yeah, I mean, whoever finishes the power wash as efficiently as possible in the
Why?
best time.
Look, I'm the number one Among Us player in here, so if anybody want to do that, we can run that.
Oh, me.
Oh, God.
Wow. That
Yeah,
was just a
Jazz. Don't play with Jazz. Jazz will
That's a
just
nice
accuse
flex.
you just for blinking, bro. Like he will have no means or evidence to prove you're the imposter. He would just say, "Oh,
You're
Josh."
almost
Your
right.
name is KillaJosh, and you're surprised people think that you
No,
were the killer.
no. Star J Barrett is the name. I changed it.
You are literally just an imposter in life. You're almost right. Like I would do that, but it's only to you. Every time we play,
I literally think I'm the only person up in here that's never played the game Among Us. My daughter has the game.
You have to leave the
She's
podcast
good.
now. You can't. No,
Oh,
that's a
please,
requirement.
no.
You have to leave. That's a requirement.
No. Let me jump on some Among Us.
we got to run it this
His
week. We
resume.
did one stream with like 2K creators on Among Us, and it was like the most fun I've had gaming in ages. We got to run it back. Yeah, just voting Josh out was.
Yeah, when I actually was the imposter, Jazz was my first victim. It was so satisfying.
What did you say?
I decapitated him. I decapitated him. I was like, yeah.
I said, yeah, I voted you out the previous round, and I was like, hey, Josh, get wrecked. And he literally loads up as imposter, kills me within
2 times,
3
back to back. Back to back games,
He's
2
like,
times. I was
you get
imposter.
wrecked.
Nah, you got
It
wrecked
was
first.
good
I have to make sure I got mine back.
It was good times. Right, so it's been an interesting week, or an uninteresting week,
something like
depending
that.
on how you look at it. Should we start with what we've been?
Can we start with the Super PACs thing first? It's bothering me.
Sure.
The Tuesday.
Yeah, let's go
All
off.
right, so
let's talk about it.
So this week, right? I've been trying to be more consistent, with uploading, and Jazz helped me kind of figure out like an uploading schedule. Tuesday to like Saturdays. Cool. I'm like, oh, Tuesday we're getting some new content. We're gonna see what the new, like, whether it's gonna be the glitch packs or like whatever he was gonna do. Like, how we had Shades of, then we had the glitch. I load up. Not even. I'm at work. I look on my phone on Twitter. It says the super packs of like the guard super packs. And I'm like, are we really that lazy, 2K? Like, you guys didn't put any effort into making actual content. You give us a super pack the beginning of the season, and then the takeover fiasco. Like, I know no one's gonna really grind that card. How do you give us a 93 overall diamond in season 3, and on top of that, you give him cold zones? What was going on? Like, I was genuinely confused. Like, what was going on? And honestly, had they just started off giving him hotspots, he'd have been a decent card. And I know they updated it, but like, what happened? Like, they dropped the ball.
You just covered the entire week's content in about 10 seconds.
Yeah,
so, thanks for watching, guys.
I'm so sorry.
Well, okay, number one, let me take a positive spin on this one. Like, okay, I'm gonna try my best here. Sharif Abdul-Rahim's hot zones were accurate to his real life player. It's just that no one wants that right now.
Giannis doesn't have hot zones everywhere inside the arc in the corner. That's not. So for us to do that, like, it doesn't make it. It's a fantasy game mode. If he's not a 93 overall in real life. He wasn't a 93 overall in real life.
Whoa, yeah, he was for like 2 years.
He was not.
Well, what about Tim Thomas? We all know that he.
Oh
was
yeah,
come on.
Okay, come on now. Let's
come on now. Yeah, let's
all
talk
right.
about.
So since the update, Josh, I feel you what you're talking about with the cold zones was crazy, but now they gave him what an 85 speed acceleration with the 87-3 ball. This guy rebounds everything. I played against him in TTO and was getting muffed out there, and I have Opal 80. Okay, he was grabbing all the boards. He is good. So let me take a positive approach on this. But what I will not, and I mean not back right now, is those super packs, because that is crazy. Where's the content? I mean, where is it at? Us that were waiting at 11 a.m. Eastern was thinking, oh, we about to get a flash promo. Josh, I was thinking we was going to get a nice little promo, right, bro? Right. And we wake up and we see this. Like, where's the cards at? Where's the packs? As the pack connoisseur, as myself, I couldn't tolerate it. What you going to say?
What about what bothered me too is him being a 93 overall diamond, not a 94. Because we went from a 95 overall pink diamond to a 93 diamond. And I don't know if I'm
okay. We're like all over the place.
Let's
stick on super packs. Let's stick on super packs for a bit.
No, I'm talking about
takeover
card. No, what's the takeover card? No, you see how like in the season 1 we was getting 93 diamonds for takeovers, and in season 2 we got 94 overall diamonds. Why did they go back to 93?
Yeah, that's a question we got to answer. We'll talk about Sharif properly. Let's do the super packs first.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. So here's my thing with the super packs, right? Like when I first saw that there were super packs, I kind of assumed they were going to do that thing that they do 2 to 3 times per year, where they come out with like MT purchasable super packs. I have like
Mhm.
4 new cards in them for no reason whatsoever. And I was like, okay, this sucks, but like, whatever, dude. New cards are new cards. I'm sure I won't pull them, but it should be fun.
Right.
And then I looked at them and I was like, oh no, these are VC only super packs with no new cards
Nothing.
on a Tuesday. Why?
Greatest guards,
The
bro.
beginning
And here's
of
the
the
kicker.
season, too.
Here's the kicker about the greatest guards right here. Not only were there, I mean, of course, they're pink diamonds in there, but they had diamonds and Ammies in there. Now, it would have been a great promo if it was just pink diamonds, exclusive to pink diamonds, because hey, you would have had a better shot of getting a DeMar DeRozan for those who want to lock in for Tim Thomas. But it is egregious in nature to see hella Ammies and diamonds in there. I mean, it just doesn't float with me, Josh.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I felt like it was really lazy, man. It was really lazy. The one positive from it for me was I was able to get Kobe for around 400K. I don't know how much he was going for before that, but I'm enjoying him. He starts at the shooting guard spot for me. So
Nice.
I did like that, it did kind of force like a slight market crash. You were able to get guards that's like really good in the game. That's the only positive I could say, but it's like we were just talking about the whole guaranteed packs. Like even if they would have had a few little guarantees for certain players, like I felt like that would have been a little
That's the thing, Josh.
Yeah.
Like it's like there's 2 big issues with this, right? One is literally a week ago we got the same packs but guaranteed pink diamonds.
right.
So this is just immediately worse than
Literally
last week, and we just needed some content this week badly.
Something.
We badly needed content. We were still hanging on Trae Young at that point for the whole season as the new guard.
Yeah.
And then
He was the
Andrew
only new card
Nebhard.
at that point.
and it's like, don't super packs, isn't that normally like an end of the season thing? That's what threw me off. It's like what literally in the first week of the season. And I made a video saying like season 3 is it's an important season because I feel like it's gonna dictate the pacing of the game for the rest of the year. And it's like we're off to a very rocky start to begin. So it's like if we get in a super pack the first week, it's like, do y'all not have any ideas? Is there something bigger coming? I don't know. I'm just a little confused.
So I think I know what's happening for what it's worth. I think I know why this is happening. So I think 2K are going on holiday for 3 weeks, as they do every year around this time. And they've just set that up as midweek content. So we'll get like guards this week, we'll get wings next week, we'll get bigs the week after. And then they'll be back after that.
And you know,
that is very concerning that's the road we've taken. It's quite frustrating. It's difficult because I understand 2K are off around that time of year. But in a lot of ways, it's the most important time of year.
But last year, didn't we have packs on Tuesdays when they went on vacation or no? We did, right?
We did, yeah.
But they probably didn't get to spend time. Like that's what I try to say though. Like at the end of the day, the people who work in 2K, they're humans too. They need time to spend with their family.
They need rest.
I get it.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? They need breaks.
They do.
So like I'm that's the other side of the coin for me. It's like I get it. Like, okay, you guys need your breaks too. Because we can't just be the only ones enjoying the holidays with our family. You know, they're humans too at the end of the day. But I just feel like the way they went about it was just so lazy. I'm like, you could have prepared for that prior in the year. So it's like
last year they did have new content to a certain extent, but if you guys remember last year they did the NBA 75 super packs at this time, so they would add there would be super packs that would have like 2 or 3 new players in them. So it's the same kind of concept that they're doing right now. It's just they don't have any new players in it. And like for someone like Evan, for example, you put out a lot of gameplay videos, so like this kind of like hurts your rhythm during the week.
It definitely. I woke up on Tuesday and I was like, I don't know what the hell to post. I was sitting there like, so it definitely affects me and other gameplay guys for sure.
I mean, I feel like if they're gonna take a break, they should at least tweet like, "Hey, we're taking a break. Just bear with us," or whatever it may be, and the community would understand. But not saying anything, it just makes them look careless. So
yeah, you know, here's my concern, and you can say whatever you want to. I love 2K. I love what the community has done, but I want to say this, and I want to be abundantly clear. Okay, whenever 2K, okay, and I'm not trying to call anybody out, but whenever a game gives, in my perspective, gives a little bit more weight or a little bit more shine to a side, park side, and talk about legends the whole week and talk about that content, and then you leave MyTeam stranded, there's the issue. That is the problem. Everybody's talking about, they're off. Well, no, they're talking a lot about legend and doing all this other content on the park side, guys. You know what I'm saying? So let's
as a MyTeam next maker, it is quite disheartening.
Yes.
To see, that every logo so far apart from I think DFS has been given to a Park player.
And I think it was like Fat
Yeah.
Boss. He got it last. He got
Yeah,
it
Shout out
yeah,
to
season
Fat
him.
Boss did get it. Yeah, that's
Shout out
right.
to him.
I saw
Yeah.
the tier list the other day. I think Henry was the only My
My Team guy.
on it.
Yeah.
It is disheartening. I'm not going to lie. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is disheartening.
Which I'm not getting into that, shout out to Fat Boss, HTB, and also
Yeah.
DFS for the logos. We got to give them their flowers, definitely give them their due. But as for this week, my point is that, come on, give us the same energy. Show us a little bit of the same love. It feels like we're just out here in the dark, unfortunately. And that right there is one disheartening, as you said, feeling.
I don't think
Unless-
there's much more disheartening than getting legend in Park today right now. Have you seen the reward?
Oh, man.
That little,
Wait, I haven't.
I saw
I
the
haven't.
bullet.
What is
Yeah.
it? What is it?
It's
I
a
haven't
car.
seen it.
It's a
car.
car.
It's
a little low
tiny
rider.
car.
Low rider, bro. Yeah.
But
A
Yeah.
car?
Toddlers when they're like 2, that's what they got you driving around in. One of those.
It's a little go-kart
For-
though.
wait,
I think
for
that's why
Legend?
people are mad.
Legend level.
Yeah,
40.
for
I don't
Legend,
see
it's
any
like those
perk in
like
that, honestly.
lowrider cars.
That doesn't make me want to become a level 40 if I'm playing Park. That's
But
just
why is it like
Of course.
2/3 the size of what it should be? It's like it's like
Because
a
their
crown
servers can't handle full-size cars driving
Oh,
around,
God.
dog. That's
Oh,
what it
look.
would
is.
you want to drive a car?
I
in
mean,
a-
it's
a
true.
bathroom?
Like, let's be real. The game is not built to handle full-size
why would you put a
automobiles cruising
car in
around.
there?
All right.
He's
But
right.
why would you want a car at all though? It's a basketball game. Like give me an extra core
I know,
badge.
let me ride around on a Tiger.
or something. Like do something to make the player better, give them the advantage. Like I know last
They
year,
gave
they'll
they
give
gave
you that
plus
extra
4 badge points apparently, plus the car, but like plus 4 badge points is nothing. If you're getting level 39 every season, you already got plus 4 like that. And then the car, it's like
got
I can go
level
get I can go to a skateboard, I can go get the like carpet they have at level 30, whatever. Like, why do I
Mhm.
care for a car? Especially
Right.
for the amount of time it takes to get it. It's just
What's
like
the
disheartening. It's like, you know how in Aladdin they have like that carpet? It's like the
Like the red carpet? Wait,
No,
what?
that's not.
But my player is
Wait.
brown, and I'm not riding
It's a little
magic carpet round the top.
yeah, it's a magic carpet. It's literally
Yeah,
a magic
what
carpet. That's what it is.
What carpet you talking about,
What
bro?
the-
What? I need to go on
Bro,
Park.
I
What's that?
swear it was like floating in the air.
No,
That's
it is. It's
crazy.
like it's a magic carpet. It is like
Yeah, I'm
Aladdin.
telling
That's
you, I'm
basically
not
what
lying.
it is.
Okay.
But like
Yeah.
Alright.
for
So
someone
every
like
person
Jazz,
who's
yeah,
round
it's
in the park was riding a magic carpet round for a bit. That's what was happening.
Yes, yes. Someone's riding around a magic carpet in the park, bro.
That's hilarious.
That's
I
so
don't-
lame. That's not motivating to get level 40 at all. Like,
I
What
mean,
would you
neither
want?
is Trey Young though. So like,
I
who
was
cares?
just about to
that's
say
why
that.
no,
Neither.
seriously.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it is. Y'all know me of all people definitely don't want to get Trey Young as a Knicks fan. Y'all already know that. When I'm level
Trey
up,
Young owns that franchise.
I,
He owns
I
it.
had a chance last week to get
He
a
owns
bunch
you.
of. I had a chance last week to get a bunch of XP because I had Giannis, I had Obi, I pulled a lot of players from the set, and I had a chance to do the XP. But I didn't feel like grinding it because like, okay, I'm closer to getting level 40, but it's Trey Young, and I had hope that the beyond level 40 was gonna be George Gervin, but I'm pretty sure we all know that's not the case.
No, it's gonna be
I'm-
D'Angelo
It's getting
Nice
Russell.
closer and
Ice packs.
closer to Splash being right in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it is.
Yeah.
Be
I'm
honest.
so sad.
D-Lo.
If they're gonna give us, he has to be so good. Like he has to be so good, bro. He has to be.
When has D'Lo
That's
ever
it.
been
Yeah, how
as
do-
good as you need him to be?
No,
How do they make D'Lo good?
Ever, yeah. A
Yeah,
I
left-handed
feel like
it's
he
just
shooter
had a
that's
good alley
mid.
one year.
No.
No, I mean he's good. He's decent every
Bro, he
single
has to be
year,
good,
especially
though.
when they do like a glitch version of him. But like,
Yeah.
Oh no,
For
his
beyond-
opal was good last year, wasn't it? Was his
Yeah, it was-
opal?
yeah,
It was
but his
good. It
opal
was
was
a
a good
6'5"
budget
point guard.
card though.
He's a
Yeah.
6'5" point guard, so he kind of just meets the. But like when we get Lonzo's and LaMelo, it's like it's hard to really
Mhm.
kind of promote a card.
Literally, the last 4 weeks they've given us an oversized point guard. That's
Oversized.
Yeah,
like the
can we
peak
get
Yeah.
some
diamond
bigs,
tier.
please? Can we get
Centers.
some bigs? Yeah, just give us some
D-Rob.
bigs.
I mean, it
Oh,
doesn't. I don't
Back.
really care
D-Rob.
what
I
they
definitely
give
want
us, to be
D-Rob.
honest, because I won't pull it, so
Yeah.
I don't care personally.
Mhm.
Like
Good
every
pull.
single time I get a pack announcement, I'm just like, yeah, that's sick, dude. What do you got for diamond and below? Oh, nothing. Oh, okay, cool, sick.
But
All
that,
right.
that George
No.
Gervin is actually pretty decent. Like I use him. Only I don't like his sigs. I mean not sigs. I don't like his tendencies. But his jump shot's pretty smooth. He's a pretty solid card. But I would have thought he'd have been a lot better defensively. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe the way I remember George Gervin as a player is like fantasized, but I swear his defense would have been better. Not
Yeah.
gonna
No,
lie.
I mean the real issue with this is that they haven't given us any point guards that can even like 25% compete with the overpowered giant point guards we've been getting, and they've given us no budget big men as well. You could say Porzingis, but he is a straight up trash can. I despise him with a burning passion. So,
well,
Wait,
we did
what?
get Brook Lopez, which
Brook
is-
Lopez with
I mean,
his
it's
own
slow,
release on
it's
slow.
slow. It's
Yo, yo,
horrible.
yo, yo.
Okay, I'm just gonna say,
Let's not drag
he will
it now, dude.
mash. He will mash. Now, I know there's a lot of
Mash
people out
with
there
who?
watching right now. Is like, oh no,
Mash
Brook
with who?
Lopez not good.
Porzingis?
No, he can get down, bro.
Man, shoot that. Why are we mashing? You better shoot that ball. Why are we mashing?
It's too slow. It's too slow.
Better shoot
I
that
get
ball.
you. You're
Lopez
right,
is
Josh.
horrible.
Get
I never
outside,
liked
pick
KP
it pop,
either.
baby.
Too
Here, go
slow.
the wing.
Yeah, they should have.
I never liked KP either. His release has always been atrocious to me. I never
It's a
enjoyed
weird
using
release,
a
but it's
KP
like
card.
I feel like when you
I
get
like
that
KP.
green, I feel like when you locked in with his jumper, it feels so smooth. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels like that, but
I like KP jumper.
Yeah,
KP's
KP's
good.
release is good.
KP I
It's
feel like
good
it's
release.
smooth.
It's chicken.
It definitely is chicken, and I love the fact he's a Nick, of course, and he's a 7'3" freaking
Nobody cares. He
unicorn.
was a Nick.
He's 7'3" and doesn't grab
How the
rebounds.
Pistons doing,
So who
by the way?
cares?
How-
Come on,
how
man.
the
We're
bad
doing, hey,
boys doing?
listen, we just fine. Don't start with
Oh,
my
okay, I
Pistons.
just wanna-
Listen,
like you want to compare
don't
records?
start. None won't be
We
none,
could-
bro. Don't talk
we
about the
could
bad
compare
boys.
records.
Anyway, hey, Toddy, Evan, hey, let me ask you something. Who you think's to be on level 40?
Someone bad. I don't know who it could be.
It's
but
got to be
someone not good.
D'Lo, right? I
Gotta
feel like it has to be D'Lo.
Could
I
be
can't think of
D'Lo.
nobody ice related. But
I mean, if they don't want to do somebody ice related, which I hope they do, I hope it's somebody that's just really good. But
Yeah.
I mean, knowing 2K, it's gonna be
wait,
it's gonna be
but you
D'Lo.
know, it makes me think of like the Terry thing. Like, what if we get a
That's what I'm
random
saying.
no name? Like, I know it's really optimistic.
You guys
but
are
what if we
so
get, like, a
painfully
random
optimistic.
no-name?
It hurts.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Can
I
we
think
not
we
have
need
hope?
to. I think we need to change the nickname of the player we want real quick. I think that's what we got to do. We got to call like D-Rob the Frozen Admiral or something. Just get that to stick. Because you know it's got to be ice related, so we got to mix it up.
It doesn't necessarily have to be ice related. We have
Yeah, I
seen them
agree.
go against their own themes so many times. Like, it doesn't matter. I mean, with the beyond level 40, it doesn't have to be connected to level 40. But the reality of the situation is, I've seen people just, I think, have brain rot on the internet, and they're like, dude, I mean, what if it's going to be like insert pack seller here? I'm like, you're wrong. You're super wrong. It's going to be someone you don't want. Like, let's be
But-
real. Or it'll be Josh Giddey.
It could
Oh
be.
God,
Or Terry
I
Dishon.
haven't seen them repeat
One.
level 40, so I don't think it will be a level 40 we got in the past. I haven't.
I mean,
seen
I
it.
hope that's
Yeah.
the case, but eventually they have to repeat level 40 or else
Yeah,
they're
but I
gonna
feel
run
like
out of
that's
people.
way. There's so many NBA players in history that would have to
Yeah.
be later down the line. I
Yeah,
don't
but you
think-
do have to
time-
you do have to cut them down the middle a little bit too, because there's going to be guys who will never get a reward card. Period.
Yeah,
you know
true.
what I mean?
The only time they
Yeah.
Who would y'all want to see as the beyond level 40? Like honestly,
Seriously,
George
Terry
Spears' son.
Dishinger. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Terry. I think
makes
Terry. I
sense.
mean,
but do we need
Honestly,
more
just-
wings though? We got Dr. J. We just got Kobe.
Dude, like
Base.
2% of the player base has Dr. J. Though.
We don't need no more wings though. We need bigs. Like
We do.
need bigs.
We
I think
do.
a D-Rob
Wings we could do with as well. It's just guards that are just completely saturated.
Facts.
I don't want to see a shooting guard.
Facts,
I want to see a
Chaz.
small forward, power forward though.
We're
That's what I'm
finally
small
gonna
forward,
get that
power
Walt
forward, yeah,
Bellamy
yeah.
card.
Hey,
Yes, thank you. I've been
Hey.
saying this for weeks, dude.
Kazzy.
Walt-
Give me Kazzy. One
No,
of the
Walt
two.
Bellamy is due, man. They've given
Walt is
every
due.
single
He's due.
1960s random dude the Dissinger treatment, except for Walt Bellamy.
That's true.
Why? What do
I
you
need
have
Jack
against
Marin
Walt
back in the
Bellamy?
game.
2K. What did he do to you? Did he spurn you?
I need Jack Marin back in the game.
Jack
I
was
was about to
cold.
say that. Yeah.
I need him back in the game.
Donnie Old too.
Even as
He's
a
a guard,
di-
but I
a
mean
diamond.
those type. Yeah.
Even as a diamond, I'll be okay with like a nice low budget Jack Marin two-way.
I feel like sometimes I could just say a random white guy name and people would just assume he played in the NBA in the 50s.
Do
Just
it.
be
Make one
lying
up.
half the time. I don't know, dude.
Tom Hanks.
Walt McCrew.
Walt McCrew, y'all.
Celtics legend.
Yeah, but he sounds like a small forward from 1955. He got busted in the New York University gambling trials.
Oh man.
I've seen jokes around Twitter where people are like, "Oh, they're gonna make the Beyond Level 40 an option pack between Scotty and D."
But they're not gonna do that. They said they're gonna
No,
do
I know.
That would
That's
be
also
sick.
too- I
Don't
feel
even
like some
put that
people-
out there. Oh.
I feel like some people just don't read the
oh
blogs.
hell no.
They literally said it's gonna be a player. They didn't say anything about
I mean, there were some people who were pretty dead set that it weren't going to be Trae Young as well. So, you know.
That's
Yeah.
true. Honestly,
one of
I
them.
wouldn't even be upset if they made Beyond Level 40 Pip and Evo. I would be like, okay, fine.
That's not-
I
that
don't
would be
even
dope.
care.
Also,
I would
At
take
this
that.
point,
what didn't they say something about updating the trophy case players or in the blog? Or
Yeah, and they never did that. Like they just
Yeah, that's
blew
what
I
I'm
the
still think it's
line.
coming. I
It's
know.
coming.
Okay.
Being that they said it, I feel like it's coming.
Did they say that?
Yeah, they did say
They
that.
said they need to
Apparently.
update some reward cards, no?
I thought it was just
They didn't
domination.
update any
but-
yet. And I
Okay.
feel like they're gonna update the They have to
They're gonna-
update Patrick. Patrick.
Yeah, this
Have to
is
update
two
Larry Bird.
different things. So people have taken two different things and created a thing that's not there.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
on the 2K stream, they said they need to update some reward cards, and then for some reason everyone went immediately. That means all the trophy case cards. Well, that's not what they
Larry
said.
Bird.
Yeah.
And then in the blog, they said they're going to update domination cards, which is obviously what they were referring to. So I don't
Yeah.
think they've ever had a plan to.
Maybe
Oh,
next
bro.
season
Larry
though,
Bird is really
it's
bad.
due. Larry Bird on normal, and ET can probably agree with me. Is just not it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Bird is
I mean,
it.
Dr. J too. Like he's got to have a jump shot on quick. There's no way. Like Anthony Davis
Facts.
would be. AD would be the best power forward in the game most likely if his jump shot was on quick. Like he just needs a fast release.
Has
Right.
anybody used Tim Duncan yet?
Yeah.
I've seen.
I was 2 cards away from Tim before I sold my account.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
man.
What do you mean? What's wrong with me? Like
Why
I
did
just
you
don't
sell
play
your
the game
account?
anymore. Because I don't
All
play
of-
the game anymore. Like,
But
That's
you
why-
wanted
why
to
do I
be on the
need it?
podcast about my.
Yes, bro. I want to be on the MyTeam podcast. I
Sorry,
still know about
just
the
some
game.
of the questions I've got coming up. What's everyone been grinding this week? You want to answer that one?
Can I start? Can I start?
We don't want to know.
Yeah.
No, this is good. This is good. Trust me. All right. So I was playing Kid Med like at night, like a couple days ago, and he said if you lose, you have to delete app. And then no, he didn't say delete app. He said you have to quit MyTeam because like I was obviously like making my league vids and I was putting too much time into MyTeam that I should have been putting into the videos, and I got better at that. So he was like, if I win, you have to quit. And I ended up losing by like 10. So I'm like, hey, I'm a man of my word. I just stopped playing MyTeam. But then I started like thinking of new content and like what I could make. And then I'm not gonna like spoil it or say it because I don't want anyone stealing the idea. But I'm like working on that right now. So I just deleted the app because it's like if I'm not making my league content and I'm not playing my team, better to put my attention towards success and where I want to go.
So
But
you
you
just
made
doing
Tony
no
Rage
2K
quit
stuff
2K.
now? You just out of 2K?
No, I have 2K deleted off my console. I have Fortnite, Monopoly, Fall Guys, and Astro's Playroom right now.
W man, he just made you rage quit my team.
You want to talk about Monopoly then?
I rage quit
You
my
want to
team
play?
every day.
You want to play, bro?
I'm good at Monopoly.
All right.
That's
cheat.
not good.
I cheat at Monopoly.
Yeah, I
make
cheat
me
at
banker. I'm a cheat. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
tell you
cheat
right now.
also. I feel like everyone cheats at
I don't play
Of
Monopoly.
course.
The game is so boring.
course.
I would never play that game.
No,
Have you-
it is
like the
boring.
online version is the worst form of RNG in any game ever, by the way.
Okay, that's not accurate. We play 2K.
No,
we play
it's
my
worse.
team. No,
It's
there's no
Monopoly makes
possible
me
way.
rage every
There
time.
is no
Moves.
way Monopoly RNG is worse than the fact that my 7'3" Latvian center refuses to grab rebounds over Stefan
No, that's a
Marbury.
skill gap. Get better.
Man,
Box out.
It's a skill issue.
Your skill, definitely a skill issue. Get your own rebounds.
I think Lutz
You guys
might
are
snap by
tripping.
the
You guys are
Get your own rebounds. Nobody else lets you CPU rebounds.
It's worse
Go get
that
your
I'm
own
getting
rebound.
out rebounded by people who aren't controlling the rebounder, though. I think that's what makes
Yeah, that's
it
how
even
you.
more
That's why
bad.
you have to go get the rebound.
I just feel like no matter what I do, it's gonna go badly.
Did
So
you
it
try to
doesn't
get your
matter.
own rebounds? No.
I try to get my rebounds all the time.
No, you don't. You don't
Sometimes
box
the
out,
ball
though.
literally.
I know
will
you
be
don't
going
box out.
Be like, boop, boop.
I know.
No.
I know you don't box out. I could look at you and tell you don't box out.
What does that even mean? Dude? What does that even mean,
Josh
man?
is on one.
Yeah, these 2 naps have really powered you up to a whole new
Charlie
extent.
Horse, God.
What does
damn.
Double
someone
the
look
trouble. That's
like
what you
doesn't
get.
That is what you get. That's instantaneous
That
karma,
is-
dude.
That's
That is
karma's
honestly what
hell
you
right
get.
there. Josh is on one.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
woken up on that side of the bed this week. Evan, what you been grinding this week?
I honestly wish I had a better answer, but I've kind of just been going for trophy case cards. I'm trying to get Tim Duncan, but I have no motivation to play this game. So
I'm right
Yeah,
there
I
with
guess-
you. I hit them
yeah.
2 days ago.
yeah, I hit the wall like yesterday. So I've just been kind of
You
streaming. I
grinded
don't
70 TTO games in like 2 days.
me.
Who?
Can we talk about that real
Who
quick?
did?
Well, no,
You.
we'll talk.
Yeah, I
you
did, yeah.
Jazz.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
I think you
I-
Evan. Yeah,
I
I did.
ain't
Yeah,
touching.
I bumped myself out
You
completely.
get 2 centerpieces, so you get 50 wins and 100, and then boom. So you get 100 wins, you get 2 centerpieces, basically.
I mean, I could have got Dr.
Yeah.
J yesterday if I wanted to. I'm probably not going to get him for 3 weeks. I've like hit the wall. I've
Yeah.
been farming. That's been my alternative. I've been plowing fields and buying tractors and stuff.
Why
Before I
were, you
deleted
making,
that,
why were you making fun of me for playing Power Wash Simulator when you're farming?
Now
I've
let's
just
try.
been uploading. That's it. I really have.
I know
Good
Jazz hasn't
vid,
made any
Josh.
jokes about you
Seriously.
not uploading this week, so I know you've been holding it down.
Oh yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, what the hell? You're not a YouTuber again. Well done.
Before I deleted that, I was playing Triple Online because that was the only win streak I had left to get my thing, because I was on my no one spend account. I was just playing casually, and my eyes were like literally gonna like jump off a building or something. Like the camera is so bad. Like I
Wait,
couldn't
Jazz,
look.
hold on. Wait, Jazz, didn't you say you like the camera?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he did.
I'm
He
gonna
did
clear
say
something
that.
up real quick.
Yeah, please clear it up.
You
I
need
would
to
love
explain
hear
that.
No
that.
way.
There is
No
no
way.
way.
You're
There's so
wrong.
much
There's no
smoke
shot.
this week.
Are you gonna die on this hill? Are you choosing?
No,
to die?
I was joking.
Oh,
Oh.
I was
God.
literally saying it to get a reaction out of you guys. I jump into Moses' stream and he's like, "Me and you have got to talk. Like, you just gotta stop hyping this up." I'm like, "Damn." By the way, I downloaded Current Gen. I literally played Tim Thomas back to back in 6 games on Next Gen, and I was like, "I'm gonna go get Current Gen. I need a couple of hours to chill." First of all, the comp level's on the floor compared to PS5. By the way, that's the first thing.
Yes,
But the camera's way worse on Current Gen.
it is
It's
significantly
way,
worse.
way worse.
Yeah.
Like,
how so?
How bad? That's what I'm gonna ask. Yeah.
so next gen,
Oh,
I've kind of
man.
fixed it to the point where it's not that far from the old camera, just playing with the settings. Current gen, I can't even see the inbound.
Is
Wait,
there
what's the
not an
setting?
option where you could switch it to the original, like to the past camera that we use in
There
T2?
is not.
That's the issue.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they were just trying to fix co-op's camera angle, because that's the only one I had an issue with. Like I would tell like me and Jazz play all the time. The CPU gets to the free throw line, we can't see nothing on the wing. All you see is your arrows, and it's like you don't know exactly who the player is. That's the only issue I had with the camera. Online, TT online, it was fine, but co-op was just bad against CPU.
I feel like the
Watch.
intention with this camera probably was to kind of limit the amount of off ball people were playing in TTO. It just didn't seem to go that route.
Yeah.
I mean, Most was out here had to take Dramamine, was out here about to have motion sickness playing with this camera. That's not a good sign, dude.
I mean, he's not kidding. Like I said, I did 100 games in 5 days, 100 wins in 5 days.
Mhm.
I think I lost maybe 30 games. So I played 130 games in 5 days. And yeah, I was spun out. I was literally just staring at the ceiling. I could like see TTO on the wall. Like
I remember when I played.
This is not good for your
Jazz.
eyesight.
That was so rough for me. Jazz got the sweat account, man. I was running to sweat after sweat after sweat. Like I literally was like this playing. I'm like, oh my god, Jazz, why am I running to so many sweats on this account? And I was like, I don't even want to grind it for myself, so I have to get it. I
still think that my account has been like boosted in SBMM since Jaquel was playing on my account in 21.
Oh yeah, it's never going back.
That guy didn't lose a game on my account.
And you don't help it either
year.
by not losing game. Like you lost like what 10 games the whole season, maybe even less. You don't help it. You don't help it at all. I ain't gonna lie, my record was bad. I think I lost
I believe
70 in like maybe 60 something. Like
I just need to know how the SBMM works. I know they would never tell anyone because people would exploit it, but like I feel like even if I went on a 70 game losing streak, I wouldn't jump brackets. Like I would still be in the same annoying bracket that I'm in right now, playing against teams that are like 2-4, but somehow play like 250K qualifiers against me. I don't know, dude.
It's definitely team overall and then probably win percentage.
That doesn't make any sense because my team is a low overall, and every person that I play has a better team than me somehow, and the algorithm blesses that. I just
at the same time, I've been seeing
neither of those things.
A lot of people can't, like dudes like Ty have been struggling to find games. So I feel like it's probably to the point where they can't match up with anybody. They're gonna match up with like probably.
Guys, can I tell you something interesting? Like super interesting. So someone messaged me today, right? So first of all, I've been saying I know DBG is going to be smug as hell right now because he's been saying as well that eventually it's going to get to the States where you can't find a game. But we've had this problem since the start of the year. But someone messaged me today with something really, really interesting. So they were struggling to find a game for like 20 minutes. So they got their brother to load in on the same console with the same overall, and neither of them could match up with each other for 25 minutes.
That's wild.
What's the explanation for that?
Okay, but how are these bots boosting then at this point? Like, if that's
that's just what I was about to say.
Does his brother play the game as much as he does? Like,
I'm assuming it was like a new account, but that's the point. Like, I think overall has almost nothing to do with it.
But
no, it's not overall.
That's bad, but then that's good because a new player shouldn't be playing somebody who's playing the game constantly.
But they got to play the game, so they got to play someone.
Yeah, I know, but like probably like a newer player. But that just means that for one, not enough people are playing the game. That's obviously what it's showing. Like, not enough people are playing the game.
There is no incentive right now, guys. Like, it's time to call a spade a spade. There is no unless you're trying to get Bird. Like, I don't really care about Dr. J. I've said this. My grind stopped at Jimmy and AD. That's what I wanted. If I get Dr. J, I get Dr. J. He'll run. I'll use him.
Dr. J is him. Let me tell you something. Everybody that is going out there for Dr. J, let me assure you, he's literally the best, in my opinion, the best dark matter out of the three. And to me, it's not close. I've seen Tim Duncan gameplay. He's nice, and I'm not trying to dismiss or discredit Tim Duncan because I'm definitely going for him too. But there's something different about that Dr. J, man. And
it would be so much better if
with Tim Duncan, right? She said Tim Duncan is nice. Was my take a hot take from a few weeks ago now? Not just saying Tim Duncan. Because I never say
he's like the most divisive card I think we've seen.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Divisive?
People are like, he's either amazing or he's not that good. Like
he's not that good, exactly. It's right. It's
I don't know. I haven't used him.
Black or white, really.
I think it just depends on the player, honestly.
Evan, have you used him?
Pardon? Have I used Tim Duncan? Yeah, I did a gameplay on him and I've used him a couple times on some people's accounts. So I think if you know how to use the card, he does do his job well. But if you're gonna like try to like highlight him and you want him to do everything, he can't. But he's a great defender. He grabs rebounds. He does everything good.
That's like Tim Duncan in real life, though. He's never.
Yeah, I know exactly. It is kind of realistic in a sense, but you kind of need to pair him with like offensive guys like Tim Thomas and Ricky Davis because he just needs to sit in the corner. He can make shots wide open, and he's going to be a great defender. I mean, that's what he's there to do for. So I feel like if you're going in with Tim Duncan and you're like, I want to go through him, I want to show him off. It's kind of hard to do so. So I think you kind of just have to let him sit in the corner and let him do his thing. That's the best way to use him.
That's what I was trying to say about the card the whole time. I'm just like, he's gonna do what you need him to do. Add like he's definitely the power forward you want to have in your team. Like if I compare him to my Diamond Giannis and Galaxy Dark Matter Tim Duncan, I'd rather Dark Matter Tim Duncan for the
objectively. I have to say AD over Tim Duncan in my opinion. AD is so supreme.
See, Matt, that's the problem I'm having. Like, look, with the squad I've got now, I don't see any of the three Dark Matters changing my experience on this game.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I think Dr. J might.
I mean, Dr. J
might though.
He's not going to run over Ricky Davis though.
No, I'm just saying.
Wow,
freeing up MT. I feel like he'll free up MT for you because, like, I think Dr. J is as good, or even he could be considered better than Ricky Davis because you could give him every badge. There's no limit to what badges you could give him. And if you wanted to open
I ain't putting badges on a reward card. What are you crazy?
I have.
You can, but
I can't. He said I can't.
But Jazz, you don't badge. But Jazz, you don't ever badge up players though. You always run them at the base.
Because it's a waste of time to badge anyone up until the end of the year.
Yeah, I started putting some lower tier badges. If I have them, I'll chuck them on. I'll never go buy a badge specifically, but half badges are going to make me some MT. Of course. I'm going to invest now so I can have more fun later. You know what I mean? But
Giannis is good though, man.
Larry Bird ain't making.
Giannis is great. Giannis is great. But let's keep it a buck about Dr. J. John Wall and Rudy Gay on normal is great. It would have been better Evan on quick and Dub video. Definitely. I'm going to give Evan Tanaka a quick shout out because his top 10 shooting guard tier list is everything because he put Ricky Davis in that mix of one of the best. I even said SG1 for Ricky Davis.
What about Kobe? Would you have
Dr. J? Oh, Kobe.
Kobe too.
Yeah,
Kobe
Kobe's
too.
in there.
I like that.
Yeah.
I was a little scared when we got the announcement of Tracy McGrady because normally we get Kobe and Tracy and it's like Tracy's normally better than Kobe. But I think this is the first time this year that's not the case. Kobe's still the top.
It's mainly because of T-Max. It's mainly because of T-Max jumper. If he had a quicker jump shot or a better jump shot, he'd probably be the second or maybe even the best shooting guard. But I'd take Kobe, Ricky because their jump shots aren't quick, and then Dr. J just a better card.
Dr. J, of course.
It's really interesting this year too because I feel like jump shots are super subjective. Where in the past it's been like very clear cut what the 5 best this year. Because it's green or miss, it's super subjective based on the person.
It's quite interesting because you watch a lot of videos where they do the kind of 2KDB analysis of the card before it drops, right? And a lot of the time it kind of doesn't mean anything anymore. Like, you can get jump shots on slow that are the same timing as jump shots on normal.
Yeah, because nobody knows the jump shots this year.
We really have to use the card now, I think, to find out.
Okay, I have a question.
That's a positive thing.
I have a question about Brook Lopez because I know his jump shots on slow timing. Have any of you guys used that card yet?
No,
I played against him a bunch of times.
Somebody compared him to like a worse Embiid.
Okay, yeah. So I did a gameplay on him, and I thought his jump shot was gonna be super slow and terrible, but it's actually not that bad of a release. Like it doesn't feel that slow.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think people are kind of like sleeping on the fact. Like I kind of what Jazz just said. Like even though it's on slow timing, it's actually not that slow of a release. Obviously, if it was on normal or quick, it'd be 10 times better. But I think people got to realize
on the form.
Yeah,
It depends on
What
the form.
about-
Yeah.
So
I
where
feel
would
like
you
he
have
has
low
one of
points?
those jump shots that you see with people, and we see this pretty much every single year, where they'll have these jump shots on big men, and for some reason they don't feel that bad. They feel okay, but then the minute you transfer them over to like a small forward, power forward, it's trash. And I feel like he has one of those releases this year because I've been playing against people with Brook Lopez pretty much every single time I load up Unlimited for some reason, and it's not as easy to contest as you would think, and like people green it relatively consistently.
Yeah.
So
What if
Duncan's
y'all
release-
rank Brook Lopez though? Like in terms of centers in the game, what would y'all rank him?
I haven't played with him yet. So I mean,
I don't think
somewhere in the
he's-
bottom of the top 10, probably.
Yeah, I was just about to say that because he's not top 5. He's not over Kareem, Tim Duncan, KP, Hakeem, Dwight. That's my top 5. I don't think he's in the top 5. After that, there's Big Z, there's Joel. You could maybe throw him over those guys. I could be missing a center or two.
Sabonis,
Yeah, I'd say he's
Morning.
Jared
Sabonis.
Allen should be.
Yeah.
Morning's good.
I'm hoping
Jared
Allen.
Allen is an absolute trash bag, dude. Do never talk about him. In
Do you not think
public.
that
You're the one who
3
told me
is
to
better?
get
Great.
him.
I know,
Hold on,
but
wait. You were the one who told me to get Jared.
Something is broken with Jared Allen, dude.
Oh,
He
he's
has
so
all the
It's his,
badges.
it's his
all
pass
the-
hack. It's his pass hack. Wait, let me explain.
No,
let me
it's
explain.
something about
Right.
him that does not allow him to get paint stops, and I do
Totti's
not know
gonna
why.
No,
explain.
Lou,
Let's find
it
out.
is you.
No, wait.
And you know
Wait,
what?
so-
Everything just can't be me, though. At a certain point, it has to be the game.
No. The other stuff was troll. This is you. I don't have a problem getting stops with Jared Allen in the paint.
How?
Oh,
though?
you're capping badly.
How?
I swear I don't.
No idea.
Start
how
the
this
cap
happened.
right now.
He was my backup center on Unlimited.
What was your unlimited record?
My Unlimited record, I got him late in the season. I won.
Oh, you didn't even answer the question. You know, it's bad.
I just
I
don't like-
didn't start the season with Jared
Totty
Allen. Don't do
talked to us
that.
about
Get
that.
him.
No, stop it. Stop
Get
it.
him.
No,
Stop
it's like
it.
I love Jared Allen, dude. Like I love that card. Like I do not miss with his jump shot. Like I
Right.
hit from half court with him consistently. That's like one of my favorite jump shots in
That
the
jump
game
shot's
for a
clean.
big man. It's so clean. But the issue I have with him is dude seems to never get rebounds, which I think is just a common theme on my squad. I'm clearly doing something wrong. Like I do not understand what's going on. I just it seems
You know what? I won't say that. I won't say it's you. I don't know. I've noticed too. Like I'm running Ewing, and he has the ability to get rebounds, but
he just doesn't
I
do
think
it.
I think for me, I think it's my offense because a lot of dudes, because like if I run a 5 out, it's so hard for me to get an offensive rebound.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the
Yeah,
center's
but
in
then
the
my
corner.
opponent will
It
run a
is so
5
hard.
out and then get every offensive rebound.
And
So I was like, I
yeah,
just
that's the
don't
part that
understand.
annoys
Yeah.
me. I don't know what it is, but like definitely on offense, it's so hard to get offensive rebounds.
Guys,
And I
should we
definitely
talk
try.
about the algorithm? Because
Um,
something's up.
I want to say real quick because
Yeah.
it was not pointed to me. You didn't ask me how my week of 2Ks.
I mean, I think I asked one person and it just got
You
away
gotta
from me.
say-
I just want to say, listen, everybody's saying they ain't playing and whatnot. Look, I've had one of the most funnest, one of the most locked in weeks in 2K in my 2K life. I'm loving the game. I love
You've
my
literally
team.
streamed 50 hours, didn't you?
Yeah.
Didn't you
literally.
beat a 250K champion in TTO?
Who me?
Ty?
Oh, yeah, you
beat
beat Ty. I forgot.
No,
Yeah.
we're not going to talk about that
No,
stuff.
no, we aren't gonna talk about that.
We're not going to no. So hold on.
250
in Ty's
Mojo.
defense, Ty Debo, I know you're watching. Hey, you my brother. I told Ty, I said, bro, you did not have to put that video out of us playing, but he does it anyway. And you know what? Shout out to Ty because he put us on. He mentioned the podcast as well. So we got to give Ty some love up in here, man. Shout out to the 250K chip. But I'll say
He's
this.
booked to come back on soon, by the way.
So exactly. But with that being said, Ty struggled with Hedo. It was like 4 for 13. But
Oh,
we
he was on
played
the
well.
struggle bus.
He was
It was a
forcing it,
fun
though.
game.
He
But
said he forced
more
it, though.
power
He
to
was-
him.
That's usually how gameplays go. From
Yeah.
my experience, I don't know. It's like you get, I don't know what to call it, but like when you want to do a gameplay on the card, you just get so caught up in doing like trying to run everything through that card. I think it's more fun when you just let the offense kind of. I feel like my approach, what I used to do towards the end was like, I want to see how this player fits in with my team for the gameplay instead of just doing everything solely through them, because it's like it's better if you run it that way, because it's like, all right, you don't pick up a new player and like, all right, I'm doing everything through this player. Nah, I'm gonna pick you up, see how you fit with my team, and see how you can contribute. I feel like you know that's some sauce for you guys to do gameplays. You should try to take that approach with your gameplay videos. You might have
Here's some
fun
more
that way.
sauce. If you suck
Yeah.
at the game, just don't do gameplays. 'cause
I was about to say,
that's where
yeah,
I was at for a long time. Like trying to do gameplays when you suck is not fun, dude. I promise.
It's just too
a bad
competitive for
time.
me. I don't.
That's genuinely like an understated comment you just made, Leeds. I think there's a lot of people that suffer playing the game in videos. Like,
trying to do content if you're not a good ISO player is not going to happen. Like, I'm a terrible ISO player, so me trying to do gameplay with any card that's not gold Christian Leitner for some reason is going to be a really bad time.
Random cards, bro. Gold Christian Leitner.
All right, so let me explain it. Let me give you some background as to why I love random players, right? So like anybody who's older, who used to play like older sports games, like pre-online modes, pre-everything, all you had was franchise, right? So you get the sports game, like you get NBA Live or 2K5 or whatever, dude. You can't really play online. Like you could use like a rudimentary play now system, but that's about it. First thing you're going to do, you're going to like probably either run your real team in real life or you're going to build a super team of your favorite players in the league. But after you do that so many times, it gets boring. So you have to challenge yourself. So eventually you just have to start filling up a roster full of trash and trying to take it to the finals. This is where I fell in love with all these random stupid players like Greg Ostertag and Christian Leitner. I would take the trashiest players in the league and I would try to bring them to the championship. And this I used to do constantly. So that's why I have all these guys like Josh Childress.
Do you think you just explain why you're struggling on my team?
That reminds me of Moneyball, the movie Moneyball. Like,
I play Moneyball virtually all day. Like I am.
You know the movie?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I found out about it at my last job site. Like I heard about it. The premise of the movie sounds very interesting. But I guess like
it's a real thing though. Oakland Athletics are a poverty franchise that don't deserve to have a baseball team.
It don't work no more though, because everyone's on it.
It's never worked. It has never worked.
All right.
You know what works? Yankee ball works.
Oh god,
money.
I want to hear from Totti because he hasn't said anything for about 45 minutes. Totti, say anything about my team.
All right, so I only had the game deleter for like 3 days now. Will I fold and probably re-download? Probably, but right now with like all like the complaining I'm hearing and all like the negative stuff I'm hearing about it, I mean, it's just like not appetizing me to get on the game. But
I mean if that's your reason for not playing, you never would have downloaded the game in the first place. Like people just complain.
I mean, that's true. But like every time that I loaded up Unlimited, I was having a good time. Then after like 5 games of, everything's hunky dory, I load up another game and some dude's sweating me while I'm just sitting back and I'm not having fun. So I just close that. Or what I used to do is keep playing and like stress myself out, which is what you shouldn't do. To anyone watching this, but if you feel like the game's like getting on your nerves, just close it. Because like if you're not making content on it, there's really 0 point in stressing yourself out.
100.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's the one thing I've got good at in the last sort of 6 months. I mean, I'm kind of in quite a blessed position that I am a content creator that doesn't rely on playing the game at all, which is probably quite rare. But I know there are a lot of content creators. You can see it. You can see it on streams when people are done. And then they end stream 3 hours later. It gets rough to watch.
Yeah. Who does that?
It made it easier to play the game, like not focusing on just playing, even when you get frustrated. I loaded up in Splashes PL after not playing the game for a week. Why? I don't know. Played this guy. I think his name was. I think I played Grinch, I played Grinch yesterday. Like I was just so done to the point. Like I wanted to punch another hole in the wall. I know I talk about this.
Can we see it? Can we see it?
I didn't punch another one.
Oh man!
What about it? I looked at the wall. Like I'm playing. My monitor's right here. I looked at the wall. I said, "Nah, it's not worth it, Josh."
See, that's because there's nothing left to punch, dude. You punched through it already. You're gonna punch straight into studs.
I could make another one right now.
Josh, that's the problem. You just dispelled the problem right there. You know what it was? You ain't played for a week. You mess around and not play this game for 2 days, and you're gonna be all out of whack.
I noticed that.
One day, bro.
Why do I have to,
one day?
Literally one day, bro.
I felt like I was so bad. Like I literally loaded up, and I'm like,
I thought that was just me.
No, it's not just
everybody.
I don't know. It's like it goes over a whole like everything just open. I can't green. I forget how to dribble. I can't see the floor. And I'm like, bro, why am I? And I get so frustrated. But it's like, I come home from work. I'm like, all right, let me just record this. Let me edit this. It's like, I don't want to play it. What the hell am I going to do? There's nothing to play on the game. So why am I playing it?
It happened to me for the first time in a long time last week. Listen to this, right? Can you hear this?
Yeah.
That's a 2-inch thick glass table.
That's what's up.
I punched it last week and it really hurt. Like really.
I feel like I'm rubbing off on you a little bit.
That was the point where I chilled. I literally punched it because I was playing TTO, and I literally went like 7 for 7 with Ricky Davis, against like Tim Thomas, a Dark Matter, and a Galaxy Opal. Next game, I literally run. The guy's running like token Giannis, and he went 7 for 7, just hitting layups in Kareem's face. And I just snapped. I lost it. I was done. At that moment, I was just like, yeah. As soon as I even get a hint of like being upset with this game, I turn it off. But I haven't played it for more than like 3 minutes.
I've been saying it for weeks now, and I want to, say it again. It is imperative to everybody, even you guys are watching right now. Please take your breaks. Take a mental break. Don't be like some people punch walls, glass, and ass, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. Don't do it.
Punch it off.
I was about to say, if somebody stands up and punks themselves in the cheeks, dude, you need to go seek psychiatric help.
Lose.
That's funny. It's kind of crazy because everyone assumes that maybe I would be the one who punches stuff, but I'm the least punchy member of this podcast.
No, you are the
now.
most punchy. You just punch
no, I don't
in
punch
feelings.
anything. I just say really depressing things.
No, you punch people in their feelings.
That's true.
Yeah, an emotional punch. An emotional punch.
This guy, man,
Verbal.
when he gets like, oh my god, what did
my
you say
chat
to
be
me the other
asking
day?
for it? All of you in the premiere, I know you asked for it, dude.
As much as the games
downfall for a comedy bit, like you need to turn the game off earlier. Like 10
and I've
minutes
learned to
into
do
stream.
that. Yeah.
Toddy, what would you say, man?
I was saying, as much as the game's always frustrated me, not for once in my life, and I've been playing the game since like 2K16, have I ever broken a controller, punched something?
Because you're not
Just
strong
don't
enough to. You're not strong enough to break a controller.
Bro, I can. Hey, you want me to do it right now? I'll do it right now.
Sure. I guarantee you whip it against the wall, it's not breaking. I guarantee you.
This one's actually broken. This one's square button's broken or something. Like,
I thought you didn't break
like,
anything before.
I'm so weak.
It's like
I broke a controller with my hands
it's
one
cooked.
time. No,
We're bringing Twitter to the pod, guys.
Last year there was the first qualifier. I remember being so mad. This is when I had my knee was busted. This is when I got my surgery. I remember being so mad. I launched my controller across the room and it didn't break. And I wanted to run over there and throw it again, but because I had the brace on my knee, I had to get on my crutches. It wasn't even worth it at that point. I was just so mad. I was like, you know what? I said, I hate this game.
I'm not kidding. The other day, I was literally just playing.
I was so mad.
I was literally just playing, and the back of my controller fell off. Like I'd done that much damage to it for so long that it just disconnected halfway through the game. I need a new controller this week.
Have you ever broken any controllers?
Are you talking about the Jazz?
Well, you or Evan. Have you guys ever broken controllers?
You don't want to know how many
controllers.
You broke a
Super Nintendo. You got hit Mario Kart.
Mario was getting you mad?
Street Fighter got me tight, bro. M. Bison kept on whooping me, man. You know who I'm talking about.
I broke my best friend's
Nintendo's
original
crazy.
Xbox controller in 2004, and he still will not let me live that down.
Why did you break his controller, though?
Because he was cheating in Halo 2.
How do you cheat in Halo 2?
See, this
He
is
was
what I mean
screen
by the
peeking,
feelings.
dude.
He was screen peeking.
Yeah, he was screen peeking, dude. I had my sniper reticle right on his head, and he just all of a sudden moves to the left, dude. Straight cheating.
Get good.
That's not. You can't get good when someone has psychic powers.
Get good.
He says, get good.
Have you
Here's
heard
one
the
thing that's
Chelsea
unanimous about my team. I'm gonna say this real quick, and I'm gonna shut up. Listen, there's one thing that is unanimous. I see in Twitter, I see in Reddit, I see everywhere that a lot of people are just downhearted about this game. A lot of people are down bad about this game. A lot of people are tight about this game. One thing we need for sure is a jolt. We need some type of energy. Splash even said it best.
badly.
We need something to get us going. You know what would be great right now, since everybody sees that Trae Young is an it for real now. Maybe get a sneak peek of the Beyond Level 40 or some type of teaser, something, anything to get us going.
Please.
Yeah,
Please.
Josh.
So we should say, like, in 3 days, we know 12 days of Christmas is coming, right? We just know that. So I'm assuming, if they haven't done anything by this point, I can't see what else.
Hope. I mean, right now, I hope.
Are you saying that they might not do anything at all?
I mean, we're
That's what I'm
sitting at
saying.
a fraction of the content we had last year at the same time. So.
At this rate, they might end up giving us coal for Christmas. I don't know.
Bro,
It's not
That's
like
a bad
that.
joke. That's a bad.
That's
They
a good
did do
joke.
that.
I will say, if we don't get a Christmas event this year, I think the game might literally just I don't think anybody's
There's
gonna
no
play.
shot they do.
Like it's
There's
just
no shot
they
do.
got to bring
Halloween,
something.
Thanksgiving,
They
we
have
got
to.
literal mashed potatoes, stuffing cards. Like There's no shot they don't do Christmas in the event.
They have to. They have to, or the game's literally gonna. I mean,
That's another reason why the Thanksgiving event was such a flop, because like you got all these like casuals getting Black Friday sales, whatever, they're on the game. And for them, it might be good that they're getting Chris Middleton or something and it's non-auctionable. But if you're going to say it's a non-auctionable pink diamond pack, at least specify what's in there. Don't give us hope that like you can get like Kawhi or like a good card out of it.
DeMar, bro.
DeMar.
Yeah,
That's what got me.
The Thanksgiving event was all about how you approached it, man. I never had any interest in that pink diamond. I got 2 takeover cards. I was happy.
I should have used it on half
for
badges.
too long.
Man.
I know.
I used it on half badges.
I should have used it.
Yeah,
I got Embiid, bro. Embiid.
I talked to Jazz, and Jazz was like, "You should just get a takeover player and 2 half badges." And I was like, "Sold."
There was no shot that pink
Smart
diamond.
move.
So I think we started talking about algorithm for a little bit, then we spiraled away. Off of
what?
that.
What?
Okay.
What do you mean? Okay, go. I don't know
So
what algorithm is.
So
So that kind of hot take before you started. That was good.
no.
Yeah,
It's all good. So when you're playing a game, and they have an algorithm, and I can't explain it obviously because they haven't released any type of information about it, because they can't, because then people will exploit it massively. So it kind of has to remain in the dark as far as how it works and what it is. But for the most part, when we're playing a game, sometimes you'll play in and it just seems like your opponent is playing on different sliders than you are. They're greening way more shots, and they seem to be doing it against contests that are really, really heavy. They seem to be getting every rebound. Their steals seem to happen easier. Personal opinion is that the algorithm in the game determines the sliders for every single player that's going. So if I'm playing against someone and I am in algo hell, as I describe it, they're probably playing this game on like pro, whereas I'm playing this on like Hall of Fame. This happens to every single player in one way or another. I mean, you'll be playing a game and it just seems like you never get there in time for the rebounds, or like your players just muff steals pretty much constantly. It seems like it's harder to green than it is on a normal basis for some reason, which could just be explained by having an off game. I mean, for sure, especially in a green or miss. But I firmly believe there's some type of algorithm in this game, and I'm not alone in thinking that. Like,
Josh,
what is your hot take? Is this going to be that I suck at the game? Because that's not a hot take. That is literal truth.
No, I have a hot take. Listen.
Oh God.
My thing is, all right. So you know how for the most part, when we come into like a previous 2K to a new 2K, everyone plays the game like it's the prior year and they say this game sucks. You know how people do that, right?
Yeah.
I hear you.
So I don't know if everyone does this, but I know for me, when I run, like I'm so accustomed to running pick and roll offense, like I do the same thing over again. It's like it usually works on everyone. But then you come across somebody who may be worse at the game, and I seen someone make a TikTok about this. There would be somebody who's good at the game, and it's easier for you to beat them because you know what to expect, rather than when you play somebody who's worse at the game. They are the most hell people to play because you don't know what you're getting with them, and it's harder to stop.
I mean,
exactly. Like, sometimes I play into their hands because like I'm about to run this pick and roll. Normally, I come off the screen, somebody gonna try to get a bump steal, so I'm gonna throw the pass to the wing. This dude doesn't go for the bump steal, I throw it to the wing. He gets the steal. Okay, cool. I'm gonna come off the screen. The three's not gonna be open, so I'm gonna run to the rim. And I already have that in my brain. I come off the screen, the three's open, but I'm just still running to the rim. I go up and get stops. And I feel like algo sometimes could be formed from us just playing so like comfortably in a certain way. I'm not saying this is always the case, but I feel like this sometimes happens to me. I don't know if everyone else goes through this, but like I know like I have tunnel vision sometimes, so I play the same way over and over again because it keeps working. It got me most of my wins. If it's not working this next time I play this dude, then the game's broken. That's my automatic,
True, but it's just stuff that's not in your control whatsoever that leads me to believe there's some sort of algorithm. You know,
I think. Hold on, real quick. Let me say this. I think there's more momentum than there is algorithm. Algorithm is real, Ludes, and I agree with you. But I never fear going against God Squad. I have a great team. If I want to, I can run out the diamonds, which I don't. But the teams that I fear to play, you know which ones? They're the ones with the diamonds and the Emmys and below. Yes. Those are the teams that you get popped by.
So unpredictable. They're so unpredictable. You don't know what you're getting with these dudes. Like I literally lost to a dude. He popped me on unlimited. My team is better, and I'm like, and you know what's crazy? I looked back at the stats. Do you want to know what this man's shooting percentage was? I've never played anyone who shot like this. He shot 13 of 13 from 3, and missed 4 shots in 4 quarters in the game.
Yeah.
So does that not prove my point a little bit though? Like,
no, what you
don't
saying
think-
is
That's the
true.
thing. It's on me. No, it was on me because
No, that's not.
No.
But you're not
listen,
thinking that
the shots.
it's
The shots he green is because I'm leaving it. Like I said, I'm so used to playing defense a certain way. I'm like, oh, he doesn't throw the pass, cool. But he's open because he knows what rotate. Like I don't know. Like it's
Josh,
just,
there's a reason it's become a conversation this week, right? You're seeing on Twitter, person after the people who a month ago were saying this is the best game ever because of Unlimited, and now saying I don't want to play Unlimited anymore because I can't get a win. I'm talking about the Meeches of this world, the 2K Fitnesses of this world, like decent, high level comp players.
They can play.
Like, they are losing games because they feel like they can't get a win. I only right now want to hear from Evan because he came strong straight away, and I know you're one of the kind of biggest people on self accountability, right? Like that if you lose, it's on you. But yeah, I want to hear it.
Okay. So with me, I'm going to talk about Lutz in a second, what he said, because I have kind of a hot take. So when I play a game at 2K, I think I'm okay at the game. Like, I honestly don't think I'm that good as what people say I am, but whatever, right? For me, when I lose a game, yes, stuff that I can't swear about. 2K, stuff happens in the game. Obviously, it doesn't go your way, but I think it's all in people's heads and in their minds, where if you just think, okay, that I got screwed by that, kind of like in real life, it's almost like next possession type of thing. I know it's not actually like real life basketball, but that's how I view the game, because if I've never once blamed a loss, maybe a couple of times, but I don't really ever blame the loss on 2K. I always think it's me. That's just like the way I like playing 2K. I don't like blaming it on the game, which definitely sometimes you do get screwed, but I feel like over 4 quarters, right, playing a whole entire game, I feel like the better player most time wins. Not every single time, but I do think the better player more times than not wins. I played a guy with a full amethyst team, some diamonds, and this dude literally was the best 2K player I've ever played against. And I played against Ty, I played against like JC, all these top guys, and he is literally the best 2K player I've ever played against, and he had full amethyst and diamond cards. But I feel like most people would just blame the game because he played really weird. He took some bad shots, kind of played just not like a comp player. He played really, really weird. But to me, you
don't know what to expect. Like
exactly,
the comp guys, you know what you're getting.
I feel like there was a contradiction there. You said he took some bad shots. Like he was the best player you've ever played.
Some bad shots.
Bad shots. I mean, like shots I wasn't expecting. Like he wouldn't be, trying to get to the rim. He's taking these step back threes with these random amethyst cards. He's doing spin moves. Like he's posting me up, doing like post hooks. I'm like, what the hell am I even looking at right now? Like it's not like Ty or Splash, where you know exactly what these guys are gonna do.
And with that too, it's like because we're so used to playing under the meta. I do this all the time too. Whenever I play a guy who's doing step backs, he's posting up, or just doing things that I'm not used to most dudes playing, I call it weird. And like in real all actuality, he's honestly probably playing the game closest to how you should play a 2K basketball game. He's using post moves, he's using mid ranges. Like that's something I definitely see in the comp scene. When you take mid ranges, they will call you weird. Like because no one is either a 3 or a layup or dunk. If you take mid ranges, you'll be considered weird because it's not what they're used to.
I remember in 2K21, I remember Ty playing it. Was it on his no money spent account? Mm-hmm. And he literally lost the game because the guy only shot mid ranges with Porzingis for the entire game. Does anyone remember that? It was like the first game he lost in 6 months.
Yeah, exactly.
it was literally Abby Porzingis, and he just kept shooting the mid range. It was driving him crazy.
Because it's always there if you think about it. People either guard the 3 or the paint, no in betweens, and the mid range is there all the time. People just don't take it. So it's like,
am I the only person that doesn't think there's algo in the game? I honestly don't believe there's algo.
I don't think it's okay.
I know Luz is sitting.
I think that's 2K's fabricated momentum. Like, because in basketball, there's momentum.
That's the same thing.
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing, but it's really like their way of adding momentum into the game. Because as you see in real life, there's always momentum.
There's momentum in Madden, bro. There's definitely momentum.
Every sport.
Not to interject. There's a lot of developers that have just straight up admitted it's in games.
Yeah, there's no game in Take-Two, their arsenal, that doesn't employ some sort of algorithmic technology and skill-based matchmaking.
I mean, it's just really annoying.
My real
it's
concern
a smart
is about
business.
the last 5 days. Because I think since the last 7 days, this season, there just seems to be a bigger swell. And like I said, I think the one thing, like the bit I don't want to get lost, is people that last season were like 80 and 20 in Unlimited are suddenly 10 and 18 3 days later.
They dashboard.
Mm-hmm.
They're dashboarding?
Yeah, no, dashboard. Remember, dashboard got fixed. They
there's no dashboarding.
Yeah, like you can't dashboard, and that's what dudes was doing. Because I played a couple dudes undefeated records, and I'd end up beating them by 3, couple seconds left.
It ain't that. It ain't, like I've watched, Fit plays every game
is
on
not
stream.
a dashboarding. He takes losses.
Yeah, he only plays this game on stream, so you can see what he's doing. Like,
I mean,
there are
look,
people
you could argue that it has a lot to do with the player base being smaller than it has been last season.
And I feel
that
like
could have a lot to do with it, but
There's
still,
no adjust. They don't because Jazz mentioned it last. We don't adjust. Like, let me not say adjust. People don't like.
yeah, but
change.
dude, the people I'm playing aren't making crazy adjustments.
No,
Like, they're not making crazy adjustments. They're not playing wild. I've never been good enough to counter the competitive play style.
It's a massive swing overall. That's what it is.
I'm talking about the general community. Like, we play the game a certain way. We think, okay, season 2, this is how you're supposed to play the game. And like Splash said last week, more things are happening now. You're getting more paint stops. Cars are getting better. So, like, the game is changing. I feel like in a few weeks from now, the same people who's complaining about losing, they'll start winning again when they see, okay, this is how I got to adjust the way I'm playing basketball now. Because I'm playing the same way I was playing season 2. It's not working for me. I have to make adjustments. Like, I'm not saying there's nothing going on in the game, but it's not allowing you to win.
The thing that gets me, honestly, the only part of this game that really makes me think something is off is the rebounds.
Yeah,
just the fact that you can get out rebounded by 15, 20 in a game. Like, I understand that, if you're running 5 out, it's going to be harder to get them, that you have to swim on the boards. And I do all of that stuff and can still get out rebounded by 15 with the 4 best bigs in the game. It's games like that where it's hard to walk away and go, I don't know, man. Was that on me? I don't know.
Right. Those are the games that make you want to smash this right here, Jazz. That's the type of games. Hold on, Josh. Those are the type of games that make you smash this. And I want to say this. I do feel like there is an imbalance in my team concerning algorithm shifts, whatever you want to say, whatever the case. There is algo in the game. And with that being said, I feel like certain teams get bigger swings, such as the Diamond-y teams or the teams that runs Amis against anybody. You know what I'm saying? They get more of a swing. I really do believe that. And on top of that, the crazy animations that I'll be seeing these teams be getting, whether it's limited, unlimited, whatever the case may be. And I could be popping a team right now by 20. And that team that I'm beating gets team take. What type of stuff is that? There's so many imbalances in the game, in my opinion. The game is great, but there's some things that is just not great. And that's a lot of people are turned off by it. Let's just keep it a buck.
My favorite clip this year is still the JD clip where the referee passes the ball to the inbounder and he gets tagged. I really want to know what the team take mechanic is.
Team takeover definitely is so random. Like, I couldn't even tell you that. That I'm not gonna disagree. It's so random. But my thing with the rebounding is, like, I look at it from two sides, because it's like there'll be games where it's like, yo, I'm getting every rebound. Like, yo, Patrick Ewing getting every board, or Porzingis getting every board. Like, oh, we hooping. But then it's like, how do you think the person on the other side feels? Like, what if they're doing everything in their power to get the rebound and they can't get it? So is it really my players playing good?
Yeah, but
is the dude not like?
They're not.
I watched them not control the rebounder.
Yeah, that's
literally the
majority of the time. No, but still, like, because it's benefiting us. We may not see it from both sides. That's all I'm trying to say.
I do. I know exactly what it's about in my favorite.
I have conceivable evidence that it has not once benefited me. I have hours of footage of me just getting hoed constantly, which I'm not very good. Like, let me specify that if anybody's watching this that hasn't watched the podcast before, seen me play the game, I suck, dude. Okay. So in theory, I should be benefiting from some sort of algorithm, but I think I've logged too many game hours and they just don't think it's possible for someone who's played this much to be this bad, which I will tell you that's wrong because I'm right here. But like, I just consistently get out rebounded, and like it'd be one thing if you were right, you're like, oh, I'm running a 5 out, so I should be getting out rebounded. Yeah, for sure, 100%. But it's like when I play against the same person and the same person is running 5 out on defense, they're running half court press every single time, so we're running the same things, and I should not be consistently getting out rebounded by the same players that I have.
Lude, like, you should say exactly what I mean. You were 15-2 when you started stream the other day,
correct?
And you ended 15-12.
Yeah. I went on a 10-game losing streak.
I mean, what changed in the last 3 days? Do you know what I mean? Did you suddenly get exponentially worse at the game? I don't know. If that
every single game, I lost the rebounding battle by about 10.
That's and wild. One stream?
No, 2 streams, technically speaking, but you know what I mean.
In a matter of 3 days.
I would have deleted the game. What?
That's crazy. Yeah, no, dude, it's not good. And every single game, I was literally losing offensive rebounds like 10-1.
Evan, why do you think that happened?
Okay. So what I wanted to say is I think there is skill when it comes to rebounding, because if you look at a guy like Splash, I have never seen Splash get out rebounded. And that's because he'll tell you straight up, he is a great rebounder. And I can't exactly explain how you're skilled at rebounding. That's a question for Splash because he knows the game a lot more than I do. But I do believe there is skill when it comes to rebounding, where you're positioning your players. And if you are manually rebounding, if you're just going to let the CPU go against the CPU, there's a chance that you're going to get out rebounded. But if you manually rebound and you know who to box out, because for some reason, Splash can always tell what side the ball is going to bounce to. And he always clicks onto that, player and goes for the rebound, manually rebound. Because if you click on the other, so let's say there's two sides of the rim, right? Left and right. If the ball is going up and there's two people trying to box out the two bigs, right? There's four people, two on each side. If the ball bounces to the left side and you're manually rebounding on the guy on the right, there's a chance that the guy on the left is going to get it rebounded. But that's why I feel like there's skill of knowing who to click onto and being able to click on and grab the rebound. I've seen people play and they think they're manually rebounding and they're just controlling one guy going for the rebound, and the ball doesn't fall in their lap or doesn't go towards.
I mean, that's literally the real life skill set of rebounding, is reading where it's going to go.
I do that. Like, I switch on to the center automatically, and I don't consider which side the ball is bouncing from. Like, I just automatically assume.
Exactly. People just click on their center and they're like, oh, I'm manually rebounding, I should get the rebound. Right. But Splash is so good at clicking the button really fast to know who to switch onto, and he can just tell which side the ball is going to go to, depending on which side they're shooting from. So I've seen people like on stream, and I've seen just like, people in general thinking that they should get more rebounds because they're, manually rebounding and going for the rebound. But I think there's actually more skill involved when it comes to rebounding, like on the defensive side of things. Offensively too, like knowing how to get offensive rebounds. I think there's more skill than people think there is.
There's definitely skill to it. Yeah. Go ahead, Todd.
I think for me, it's like the rebounding's always been an issue because like I always get out offensively out rebounded, and it really annoys me, and it frustrated me when I was playing. But back to what Evan was saying, I mean, if Splash isn't complaining about it, then there's got to be some way to fix it.
He was on this podcast last week talking about there is algo though.
Yeah, Splash and Todd will both tell you there's algo in this game.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about algo. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Are you guys saying there's algo when it comes to rebounding?
Well, we're talking about rebounding algo, so we're talking about both.
Well, there's rebounding in most aspects of the game, in my opinion, but that's an unpopular opinion. But I think for sure, majority of people would agree that algorithm in rebounding is real for sure.
So for me, the only form of algo that can drive me crazy, or hypothetical algo, the only scenario that could drive me crazy in this game is if I can't get a damn board. But like,
yeah, but like if I'm
go Toddy, go.
Okay. But if I'm playing defense for 22 seconds of the 24 seconds of the shot clock, then he chucks up a really bad shot, and I'm what Evan was saying, like I guess I'm manually rebounding. Then he just comes and rebounds me, and then he kicks it out while my whole defense just crashed inside. So he has a guy at the top of the key and he's shooting. How do I fix that? I can't do that.
Okay, yeah.
So all of a sudden, yeah.
In that situation, yes. If there's it's just like in real life, right? Like, I mean, if you play basketball in real life, you can crash the boards, everyone box out perfectly, and the ball is bounced right back to the shooter. I mean, there's nothing you can really do about that.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is,
it's not often.
How frequently in real life or in the game?
No, like that doesn't. It's like a once in a blue thing. Like you saying.
Oh yeah, like it rarely ever just like at least from my experience, like it just bounces to somebody like basically back to the shooter. But if we're talking about algo and rebounding, I guess I understand what you guys are saying. If there's like CPU. Hold on. Are you guys saying if there's like a CPU and a CPU going for the rebound?
I'm saying that's if I'm manually boxing out, 100%. I feel like I still can't. Let me give you the example, right? So I literally uploaded a post.
Coming off of when you go for the rebound?
Hold on. I literally uploaded a post on Twitter. I deleted it since because I just didn't want it there. But I uploaded a post. It was 2 minutes into the second quarter of a limited game, right? So that's 6 minutes of gameplay. I had given up 15 boards in that time, 13 of which were offensive boards. Even Splash replied to it with an LOL. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, high-level players were responding to that going, that's what's wrong with this game, right? I don't think that they're all kind of categorically wrong, and they feel like, how do you give up 15 boards in 6 minutes? This guy was literally spamming shots.
Who's your center and power forward?
Who was my center? I think Porzingis was my center in that game.
So he's not a great rebounder.
And Vucevic was my powerful. No. But this guy was running like Ruby AD. Like it's not like he was running a limited. This is limited. I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean,
it made no sense. I couldn't. It anyway.
On this, I would just have to see the footage because then I have to see what happened. Because there is incidents. Yeah. What?
You want to run it back?
Let me clarify something here, just to specify why we're talking about this in the first place, right? Because I mean, you could look at this and be like, oh, they just want to complain because they suck at unlimited now. I've always sucked at unlimited. Number one. Number two, the only reason we're even talking about this in the first place is because we've seen so many people kind of fly off the rails about this specific issue over the past 7 days. And I really just want to bring it to the attention of anybody from 2K that would be watching this. Who's to say it's even real? Who's to say this is a real thing that's in the game? I firmly believe that it is, but I have no categorical proof over this aside from footage that I have that makes it kind of look like that's a thing, and people saying at high levels that this is a thing. But like, realistically, nobody who says it's a thing works on the game, so whatever. But like, if this is a feature in the game, all I want to see, I don't know why I said oi, but while I want to see is 2K look at this and be like, okay, maybe this is a feature that we implemented. Maybe we've taken it a little too far. That way they have somebody on record just saying, hey, if this is real, tone it down a little bit because it's going kind of out of control.
Yeah, I mean, it is problematic that, like I said, the most kind of unlimited positive people in this game are now like posting in the last 7 days that they don't want to play unlimited anymore, which is a problem. That's a problem for a lot of people. So we got to address it somehow. Like, we definitely had to talk about it today because it has just been my entire timeline this week.
I want to know, like, we do need to address it, but I want to consider all aspects of it, like what plays a role. Like, you talking about from last season to this season, people obviously get better.
I mean, it's been in the game the entire year. It's just I feel like it's affecting more and more people.
If you're winning, people only complain about it once they're losing.
That's wrong. Have you watched me stream? I'll win a game and still complain about it.
I'm 5-0.
I'm talking about winning season consistently. I'm talking about winning.
I'm 5-0.
I mean,
you guys are talking about 2 people.
I was 15-2 and still complaining about it.
Two people out of the entire community. I don't speak for the whole community. We're talking about the whole community. I'm saying there's more aspects that play a role in it. You could talk about like I said, when I went from season 1 to season 2 and I'm losing more, I'm like, what the hell? Then I kept also thought in mind, people got better at the game. And then something else I want to ask, like, what Evan's saying about the rebounding thing, I swear I've never even considered what side the rim ball is coming from. I go to, if I see my power forward down there or center down there, I switch on to them, I jump
click on
to where I think the ball's going. I don't even consider which side is coming. I just switch to one of the bigs and go for the rebound. So I never even thought about that aspect of it. And like I said, there probably is algo because there'll be plays where I'm down there 4 players deep and this 1-6'9" power forward is snagging over me. Like, and that doesn't happen often. But like I said, when it happens, it's always at like pivotal and vital moments, like where you absolutely need the rebound. So I feel like that's another reason why people get frustrated.
Yeah.
Not only because of how frequent it happens, but because of when it happens.
Critical moments.
I will say that's definitely an algo thing. Especially like if it's happening when you need that rebound, I definitely will say that's an algo thing.
I want to say this. I want to say this about rebounding real fast that I've been meaning to say. I'm going to tell y'all right now, whenever the CPU is grabbing all the rebounds, you know what I'm saying, for my ops, it is egregious. You know what I'm saying? When I got somebody like Hakeem or Porzingis or AD getting out rebounded by these shorter dudes, I mean, where is it? And I'm agree with ET what he's talking about with it being skill. I click on my man and I try to get down there and snag that board like I'm Barkley. But at the end of the day, whenever I see the CPU, if they basically off-ball rebound and they still get the rebounds, then I know there's a shift. Then I know there's a problem. Then I know there's an imbalance in this game, and they need to address it. That right there, whether you're playing limited, unlimited, whatever the case may be, will make you want to throw this controller. And also, I want to add to this, momentum, and I mean this momentum is very real. We've seen it in the World Cup. Shout out to Morocco. I just wanted to say that real quick.
I don't want to talk about it.
I just wanted to say that. Momentum is real.
I don't want to talk. One of my favorite things today has been watching NBA fans react. You know, the NBA take on football is like priceless to someone who doesn't someone who watches football like religiously. Like, you know, this whole thing that, NBA fans do that if you lose like one game in the playoffs, suddenly you're trash. Like, they've been doing it in the World Cup, and I've been watching them do it on Twitter. Like, Ronaldo's like garbage today, apparently. Like, Messi's never won anything, by the way. We still think he's the GOAT. Like, we don't work
better.
that way. Oh my god, bro!
My idol's not a 5'7" midget.
Oh,
almost say.
5'7" is being a midget, Evan?
Yeah.
Are you calling me a midget, Evan?
Maybe.
He did. No,
he can't come back on. Jazz, he can't come back on the pod. He's not welcome here. You eat cheese.
You're always welcome.
You eat shredded cheese out of a bowl.
We are not getting into this.
That is wild.
No, that is a poor
Can we
diet.
talk about that?
And you have
I just want to tell. I just want to
cheese.
tell everybody that's watching. Get a taco shell, right? That you not a hard taco
I'm
shell.
cutting this out. I don't want to be
No.
responsible.
I'm putting them on. I'm putting them on. You take a soft taco shell. You take grated cheese. You put it in the middle. You roll it up and you put it in the microwave. If you cook it for like 30 seconds, 20 seconds, it is good with melted
like a
cheese.
My
quesadilla,
stomach, guys. It just,
Yeah, that's a
you know,
quesadilla, but they call it cheese taco.
It's good. And then
What the hell? Where's Matt just had a...
oh my God.
He's upset about the cooking.
okay, and then hold on. If you
gotta
really
have
want
an
to, if you really want to be crazy, you get chocolate milk. I'm not even kidding. People think I'm joking.
God.
If you dip it in chocolate milk and then you eat it, it's good.
Evan, leave.
Bro,
It's good.
you're sicko, bro. No,
Evan,
that's not. No,
it's good.
You can't be doing that.
Dip
but
it
I
in
feel-
chocolate
You
milk.
can't hate on it. You can't hate on it until you try.
I had
Dip it in. You done melted the case.
Yes, it's
Oh,
good. It's
God.
good.
What?
I love this.
Okay, forget
I feel
that.
like
What
you
about
just
the?
explained
This
all
is
of your takes
powerful.
today, by the way. Like, I feel like your brain just isn't getting enough minerals and vitamins.
What, me?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, what how many minerals and vitamins are in cheese and not chocolate?
I don't know
milk?
what a mineral is, to be honest.
Oh
What's a
my
mineral?
God, bro.
What? Yeah, you're cooked.
What's a mineral?
Toddy, what was
I
you
love
gonna say?
this.
You know what?
This
If
is
you want to
Toddy,
I was
upset
gonna
Jazz,
say.
hold up.
I was gonna
if
say
you
we're
wanna
talking
dip
about
that in
the.
some tea. If you want to upset Jazz, dip that in some
Oh,
tea. If you want to upset Jazz.
You leave our
No,
tea
that's
alone.
probably bad. No, see, that's probably bad. That's probably bad.
No, we're talking about the cheese taco and milk. Let's talk about the chicken and Pepsi, bro. Where'd that
Okay,
come
that's
from,
good
man?
as well.
No,
That
No,
is
it's
good.
not.
Dipping stuff in
Chicken and
drinks.
Pepsi.
No, it's not.
Like you get chicken fingers or chicken strips, whatever you want to call them. You have your
Some Fear
Pepsi.
Factor.
Can you-
What is
And
this?
you dip
Bro,
it in your
dude,
Pepsi.
no,
It's
no.
good.
Joe Rogan.
Where's Joe at?
Oh,
I ain't never heard of these combinations, man.
Oh, this
Listen,
is like-
Bro, it's
hey,
good.
this is some stuff my
It's like
baby
it's
mama
good.
when she was
Things
pregnant
doing.
would eat. Man, what are y'all talking about, man?
That-
What the
that's
hell?
witchcraft. What you do? That's witchcraft. What you're doing? That's not
No, it's
good.
not.
disgusting. Who
That's
said chicken and
supernatural.
Pepsi? That's what I want to know. What was that?
Yeah, chicken fingers and Pepsi. It's good, or like whatever drink you're having. Like
a
it's
chicken
good.
finger?
So, chicken
strip?
tender.
What do you
chicken
call it,
strip,
Jazz?
chicken
This is
What
a
do you
North
call it?
American thing. Stay out of this.
we
Jazz.
don't call
Okay.
it. Chicken
What do you
donut
call it? No,
fingers.
no, Jazz.
What do you call it, Jazz?
I don't know what it is. Tell me what it is.
It's a
Like
strip
nugget?
of chicken.
Search up
It's
chicken
like-
fingers.
Oh, a chicken strip.
I said a
yeah.
chicken strip.
Yeah.
I said chicken finger or chicken strip. They're the same thing in my opinion, but
No, chicken
Holy.
fingers is crazy to someone who hasn't heard that before.
oh really? Okay.
It's
These
the
don't
cheese
have
and chocolate
fingers.
milk for me, y'all. I can't, man.
Bro,
I,
okay,
that
Matt,
right
you
there
have
did
to
it.
try it. Matt, you have to.
No.
Wait, so you dip the chicken in the Pepsi?
Yes, it's good. I was just at a Raptors
Dude.
game and I did
That's a
it.
TikTok trend.
at a-
No, sir.
It's good. I also did my hot dog too in Pepsi.
Evan,
It's
how's the
good.
plumbing in your
Oh.
house? Evan,
It's
serious
good.
question. How's the plumbing in your house? Like all
I
these
don't
things. How's the
Fucking
plumbing?
plumbing. I'm 17. I don't know anything about plumbing. I don't
Clearly,
on my
I
own
wasn't gonna
house
eat
or what
that
do you mean?
food. You said you did it on a date, right? Did you say that?
Oh, we don't. Now see now.
Oh, no, we're gonna talk about it.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
I bet you that
about
was the
it,
last
bro.
one. I bet you that was the last date.
Now Josh is not wrong on that. Not wrong on that one.
So
yeah,
wait,
I mean,
which one did you do? The quesadilla thing or the chicken?
No,
strips
it
and
was
Pepsi
the-
thing?
yeah, we were at a restaurant and I ordered chicken fingers or chicken strips with fries, and I dipped the chicken
Oh,
strips
no.
in the
That's
Pepsi.
What,
And,
what did she say?
well, she didn't
She
say
didn't say
anything, but
anything.
I got
You told
broken
the
up with
school?
like a couple days later. So you know,
She told the school, right? She told the school.
no.
No.
Are
Maybe.
you known as
Yeah.
like chicken finger boy at school or something? No, like what's?
Okay, no, people are they don't think it's that weird, honestly. I'm not even kidding. Where I live, like they don't think it's that weird. Now they
Where do
don't
you
do
live?
it, but
Yeah, where
live
do
in
you?
Canada.
No.
I live in Canada.
Oh,
different.
Chicken fingers
Hell
and
no.
Pepsi is just the jam.
Okay.
Is it?
Now I'm not gonna
might
say
have
for
to-
anybody watching that's Canadian, it's not Canadians, it's just me. Like it's
I gotta
just,
ask Jay.
That ain't
Canada.
real, bro.
I gotta ask Jay Canada how he feels about this.
okay, now don't
That's funny.
do not bring that up. He's gonna, I
Yeah.
don't know.
You said you
I
also
like
have
it.
spaghetti with like no sauce, right? You just have like dry
Oh,
spaghetti.
yeah, just
Alright,
spaghetti.
that's
You're
not that
weird.
Depending on
That-
what
that's
it
not
is.
It's
that
not that weird.
That's
No.
not.
I just don't like sauce.
Bro.
Hey,
Right.
hey,
Like
Evan,
sauce.
Evan, you know there's people out here that think whenever I eat spaghetti and fish, like catfish, they think that's weird. I don't know how. That is the best combination, period. What do you think, man?
No, that's all good. That's all good.
I was about to say. Because
That's
people
Why
Why
is
actually
that
miss
all good though?
But he-
I don't
I've
I-
been to
I-
Rome like 4 times. Like, I know
Bland
what's
spaghetti.
acceptable in Italian cuisine.
That's definitely acceptable.
Fish
So
and spaghetti,
good.
fine.
Hold on, Matt. Did you say catfish?
Catfish or any type of
Don't
fish.
judge him.
Spaghetti.
Don't judge
I don't
him.
know what a catfish is.
You don't know
I
how
know
to get to bottom
catfish in
feeder. It
Canada,
really
I'm
is not
pretty sure.
that good. But
I know
any
what
type of
catfish
fish
is.
fried.
You say you
Okay,
don't know
yeah.
if it's a cat or a fish.
It's a little fish with whiskers, dude. Basically,
That's basically it. It looks like this.
Okay.
People
Oh, wait, I
catch
think
them
it's-
by dipping their hand in like raw bait and shoving it in a river. It's a real
The
American
weirdest thing
thing.
I ever ate was I put shredded cheese in my ramen and I make instant ramen.
That sounds
That's
fire,
fire.
though.
It is fire.
Oh,
It
no,
is
it
fire.
does
my
not.
God.
That sounds fire.
It is.
I'm
You
glad
don't
we
wanna know
got
about
this
me.
25-minute food.
That's not
tangent
bad.
while we were talking
That's
about
not
alcohol.
bad. That's not bad, Evan. How dare you talk about
No. I'm saying you don't know one about me with grated cheese. Like I would
What
go
it-
to school and in my lunch would just be a bowl of grated cheese and I just eat grated cheese.
So you just eat
But that's
this
good.
in front of other people.
Yeah, at school lunch. I mean, people thought it was weird, but
I would not
I
have made
love
it through
this.
school eating a bowl of cheese every day. Like,
Yeah.
that's just, I would not have made it.
see, Jacob defends me though. Jacob knows the sauce.
So
He
Jacob
knows
tried
the
to give you an alternative and he realized how bad it sounded when it came out. That's what he did.
Yeah, Jacob was just being like, yeah, he just felt bad.
Yeah, he did feel bad. I know.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. There's no shot Jacob just sitting there eating bowls of cheese and dipping chicken fingers in Pepsi. Anyway, should we move back to the game?
Yeah.
Most likely.
Sure.
Probably.
Two
should.
K. Yeah.
Okay, I got a question for you guys. So I'm not sure if I'm going to say one of or the one good thing this week that I liked was the Evos. I think that was cool. Right,
yeah.
we got Rozier, Danny Green, Jerry West, Sean Livingston. What's your guys' thoughts on that? And what cards do you want to see get an Evo? If you're watching the premiere as well, like spam the cards in there as well. What cards do we want to see get an Evo?
I want to say
Robert
real
Horry.
quick, Scary. I gotta say, Scary Terry is amazing. By the way, he's probably the best Evo out of it. But if anybody was to get an Evo, go ahead and for the player that a lot of us have not gotten or not going to get, Larry Bird, please Evo him, do something because that card is just not it. Period.
I think every season they should just add an Evo to every old card. I mean, I don't think it would really ruin anything. Pack sales would probably still be the same. It's not really ruining anything. So I think that wouldn't be a bad touch to the mode.
So I think part of the reason they're doing it, I think they're ahead of where they want to be in terms of cards, right? So even though we're like 600 down on the collector level, whatever it was last year, that collector level included everything, right? Jerseys, things like that as well. So I think we are roughly the same point, but it feels to me that wherever 2K wanted to be at this point, I feel like they're ahead. So they're starting to find like creative ways of adding cards and packs that don't involve adding cards and packs, if you know what I mean. I think it explains the super packs, and I think it explains like the Evos as well as an alternative, because it's a simple way.
I wasn't even aware of the Evo update. This happened on Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah,
Tuesday?
this week.
I wasn't even aware. I just saw something. They look pretty solid. It's not.
It was Rozier, Danny Green, Sean
Jerry West.
Livingston, and Jerry West.
Yeah, I just
Livingston's
saw.
I mean,
nice too.
I
It
think they
doesn't
should
make
do
the
that.
it doesn't make the cards like game breaking. I would like to see some like diamond cards get upgraded to a pink diamond or just make the cards a little bit better because yeah, like
Can I get an
Benedict,
updated
I was just about to
RJ
say that's like RJ
Mathurin.
Barrett. Like cards
Yeah.
like that where they could actually play. Like if you give us a pink diamond Benedict Mathurin, I mean, he's not going to play over like Dr. J and Kobe, but he's going to be a top like 6, 7, 8 shooting guard in the game. And
Do you think they
AK
could do an
would be
Evo of
good.
an Evo? They probably can. Right?
oh yeah, I guess
Oh
that's
yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
I guess they definitely could.
Yeah.
Yeah, just better cards in my opinion would be nice as well. I like the budget cards, obviously, for limited or just for people that use those cards. What?
It would help with MT, like dudes who
Yeah.
have those cards already. They could flip them, possibly make some MT.
That's
I'd
true.
like to see. I think Evos is definitely a good thing for the community as long as they don't
Yeah.
drag the requirements. I think it's definitely always a W for the community.
I agree with that.
Is there any other cards? Is there any specific cards that you want to see? I know, Ludes, you've been like stacking them, haven't you? Is he? Oh, he's out the equation.
I think it'd be cool if I don't know if this is like a hot take, but I think it'd be cool if like the level 40 from like season 1 and 2 got an Evo like Pippin.
That would
Like
be
I
amazing.
think that'd be cool. Like an Opal
Maybe
Pippin.
every 2 seasons. Like do
Like, that's what I
Pippen this
mean.
season,
Opal
and next
Pippen.
season, Booker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he gets a jump shot on quick timing. He gets a couple more
Mhm.
Hoff badges. Just makes him a better small forward. Like if you give Pippen an Opal, he's probably the third best small forward in the game behind Tim Thomas and Giannis, who are
Right.
two of the best cards in the game. And I feel like for people who grinded for him would use him a lot more because a lot of people aren't using Pippen anymore. I know some people are, but not as many.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Pippen getting an Evo at any point would be
Yeah,
Fine.
would be cool.
at any point, almost any point in the year. If they gave him the right Evo, he would be usable. All right, cool. I've got. Has anyone else got any cards that they would like to see Evos on?
Maybe.
AK.
I'm trying to think of a point guard. Maybe AK would be a nice Evo. AK,
Yeah, AK.
He's nice.
he would
That's
be a nice Evo. He would definitely be a top power forward in the game again. I think he would.
This
be
isn't an Evo, but if we could, if any like 2K that's watching this, if we can get a Josh Green or Jaden Hardy card, man, right on
buddy,
the game.
nobody
I'm
cares
right
but your
back, bro.
Mavericks. Literally, no one
What
cares.
Hey,
Nobody
what's
cares.
so
Nobody
sad?
cares.
You know what's so sad? The Mavericks are such a poverty franchise that 2K only gives us like 7 Luka cards and 7 Dirk cards the entire year. And
Yeah,
after
because there's
that,
no one
we
else to
just
give
don't
cards
see
to.
anyone else.
Only
Franchise
7?
poverty.
I know.
What are they going to
Only
give JJ
7.
Barrett?
only 7. You just said only 7.
Well, yeah, it's the same players, just 7 different versions of themselves.
who are they going to give the
Not
card
only
to?
get
JJ
7
Barrett?
players of the 2 best players in franchise history, arguably.
I mean, I don't know. Give it to like Rolando Blackman, Michael Finley. I mean, we have a peak diamond
Rolando
Michael
who?
Finley.
Jim
Rolando
Jackson.
Blackman, bro.
Only you know
Jim
who that is.
Jackson.
Jimmy knows who that is.
Yeah.
James
Hold on.
Donaldson, like literally all those guys, bro. Just give them a
I
card.
don't know
Somebody
who
wants
you
those
just
cards.
named. I have no idea.
James
who you just
Donaldson
named.
had a nice Opal in 21.
Oh, he
It
was
decent.
horrible. He was
decent.
horrible.
I used it. It was serviceable.
That
It was
inside
kind of.
dirt bag. I remember I'm like the audacity of you to drop this card. Like I was so mad they dropped that. He was bad. You used him, Totti?
No, I didn't. No.
Yeah, of course. See, the Mavs fan.
I used him. He was all right.
Fake fan.
I actually
Guys,
built
I've
a
got,
go
yeah,
ahead.
go on.
I was gonna say during the playoffs, like one of my friends on Twitter, he does this thing where he like builds like the current version of his team. He's like a Wizards fan, so he builds like the Wizards team on 2K. So I did that with the Mavs team, and it was Dark Matter Luka, it was the Dinwiddie, the Brunson, and they weren't very good because like at the time they had those bad releases. And then my starting 5 had like Gold Reggie Bullock and Emerald Dwight Powell in it. Like, how can you not give a Western Conference Finals team like good versions of their players? It just really annoyed me.
It was a fluke appearance.
It wasn't a fluke, bro.
It was a fluke.
Yes, it
appearance.
was.
That's why.
Yes, it was.
That's why the Knicks aren't winning anything in the next 50 years.
And that's
bro.
why you lost Jalen Brunson. You still heard
Yeah,
about
well,
it.
he wanted
I see
to
the
go play
pain
for
in your
daddy.
eyes.
He's not even.
You know
I
what?
see the
Jalen
pain.
Brunson. No, Jalen Brunson liked my tweet, so like I'm cool with him.
You like your tweet, yeah, but he doesn't like
Yeah,
your
he
team. He
did.
likes my team.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait, Jazz.
Sorry.
I have a question because I have no
Yeah.
idea. What is your favorite NBA team? I have no idea.
Me?
You don't have one?
So I have favorite players.
You don't have a favorite team that you don't like. You're not a
No.
supporter of.
He likes
Really?
Boban. He likes Boban.
Yeah, Boban. Yeah.
Josh Giddey.
I love Boban. He's
Yeah.
great.
Matt Ryan. Yeah.
Is that maybe because you don't live in the states where there's not like if people live in Detroit, they're probably a Pistons fan, or if people live in
No,
I
Jazz
live in
has to be a
Toronto.
Knicks fan, or he's not welcome.
Motown.
So I like back European players. Like, so my 2 favorite players like Luka and Giannis. So like I was
Oh,
watching
Jokic?
the playoff. This is going to be a slight flex, but I was watching the playoffs last year in Jamaica at a 5-star resort. Yeah, that was a flex.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow. Just
That's the way.
Damn,
That's
bro.
the way.
He said
Five
five.
super flex.
That's
Right.
the
I
way.
didn't mention the
I
5
was
star.
in a
Wow.
sports bar, literally like I was backing those 2 teams all the way. Like I'm not invested in it. I don't really care. Like, but yeah, I'll back them like the European players. Does that answer
Okay.
your question?
Yeah, no, I was just wondering. Yeah, what team? No Jokic
Cool.
though for European.
I don't know about Jokic. I don't really
Don't
like.
like him.
I don't find it fun to watch.
Mm.
Yeah,
He
I can
can
see
be
that.
fun to watch, like especially his playmaking. But I don't know. There's something about him that doesn't like. Yeah, it's not
Jamal
Yeah.
Murray's back, so that's all quiet. You know, the MVP Jokic is done.
Yo, ET,
I don't
I got a good
think that's
question for
accurate.
you, bro. If you want,
Yeah.
This, okay. All right. So
Yeah.
listen, while we're on the subject of Luka, last year Luka, the Power Within Luka was the most OP card in 22. So who is going to be that game breaking card? Do you think this year?
I think it really comes down to jump shot.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, but there's no glitchy jump shots. That's the thing. At least
It's
ones we
gonna be
haven't.
Wembanyama.
I was about to say that. Yes, but there's no like set shot 25. There's no base 3. There's no like
Yeah.
Luka base. So I think LaMelo Ball could be maybe because he has one of the best bases in the game. They gave him a really good upper and the best sigs. But yeah, I mean,
Kuzma
Jazz
too?
is right.
I mean, if you
Yeah,
think about
Kuzma's
when that
good.
card
Kuzma's
would have come
fast.
out, we usually get the next card around May, June. So
I
we're
like
going to
Obi.
be at cracked 6.
I like Obi's release. I don't think it's that bad. I think Obi has a pretty quick release. Obi Toppin.
I do.
Yeah.
But the thing I like about this year is I kind of like the fact that I don't think I'm sure we will. Like Tim Thomas obviously came out, but I don't
Yeah.
think we're going to have like that glitch jump shot where it's like, because the end of the year for me, it was super boring. I'm sure we've talked about this multiple times, but the whole every card was base 3, set shot 25, or like maybe Luka base on Wilt and stuff like that. To me, I like it more, especially when we get to end game. It's not going to be the same, hopefully not the same like 3 jump shots. Obviously, there's better releases like LaMelo base, Kuzma base, like Oscar Robinson upper is really good. So there'll be jump shots like that, but I'm just glad there's no like base 3 set shot 25. At least in my
I
opinion.
agree.
Like,
I agree. I agree.
100%.
like the
There was
diversity.
I was playing theater. It's like the Moden Park with Med like a couple months ago. And there was this one dude, he was running Seshal 25 as his jumper. I don't know what it's called in this game, but I swear it's like back in the game. If someone finds out what it is, then I think a lot more people will
heard
run.
about that, but I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I reckon
I've
someone just
heard-
posted it in the premiere, whatever it is.
I've heard that from my park peeps that one of the most OP shots in the game right now is that O-Shaper set. I heard that one right there from one of I don't know if it's true, but all my park peeps out there, if you can confirm, maybe I need to go out there and go outside and try to lab with them, man. But I'm gonna tell you right now, as for shots right now, and matter of fact, it's ironic because I just learned about him in limited. One of the best shots I've seen thus far, besides the ones we know about, you know what I'm saying? The ones we just mentioned is Kevin Knox on normal. I played with him in limited. He's been my limited beast. Yes, Emerald Kevin Knox from the Fire Eyes.
Emerald Kevin Knox.
Try him out, guys. I mean, if I'm lying, I'm flying. That card, it got me through. It got me through the Fire and Ice XP, and I with the 13.
Kevin Knox.
Yeah,
What did you just say, Lewis?
Nick's legend.
Nick's
Kevin
There we
Knox.
go.
Yeah,
Nick's
he is
legend
Nick's
is-
legend.
Bust.
He's the Fortnite jacket man. He's the
Yeah, Fortnite jacket.
man.
Yeah.
Guys, we're gonna wrap in about 5 to 10 minutes because I know we started late. I know Luz has got somewhere to be. I've got somewhere to be as well. To be honest,
Getting hungry too, guys.
I mean, no one cares.
Nobody does.
No one
Nah,
cares.
Josh, I'm playing.
There are a couple of things that I wanted to discuss before we check out. The first one is a nice, non-controversial topic, which is what Mose has been saying this week about Larry Bird, and he's going to grind him out. I literally said to him, I was like, "Are you cool with us discussing this? Because we've got people that do gameplays on, and are you happy with how it goes?" He was cool. But yeah, so he kind of said, if you do gameplays, wait on it. Let the people who grinded out the card get out the gameplays first. Yeah, I'm just gonna put that out there. You guys run with it.
I feel like I've just been absolutely targeted here. And I
You
think it makes
definitely
sense.
haven't. No. I mean, there's several people that do it, right? Like, it's an interesting conversation. I'm super interested in it.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, since I think I'm the only one that does gameplays, right, consistently, or am I the only one that does, or
Consistently, yeah.
consistently? Okay. So from our standpoint, it's a really long debate and topic, so I'm not going to go too deep into it. Just talking about the Larry Bird grind, I would understand if. So I understand, right? Splash. Him and Mini Coach are the 1 and 2. They're basically tied for first. I'm sure there's other people out there, but that's the thing is, I'm sure a lot of people are out there that are maybe really close. They don't have a YouTube channel, and 2, they don't care to upload. Well, it's the same thing. They don't care to upload a Larry Bird gameplay. But for example, if Splash wanted to get first Larry Bird and he just wanted that so he could get the gameplay out first, I would fully understand. A guy like Mini, I know Mini, I'm cool with him. He doesn't care about gameplays. He just wants to help people out, and he just likes playing the game and grinding. So I understand where Most is coming from. If, for example, he got him first and he wanted to get him first and he wanted to get the gameplay out, that makes more sense. But unless there's somebody I don't know about, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be Mini and Splash who are going to get him first. And there's probably some other people that are close. But for people that actually post content, it's only Splash that I know about. And Splash, I don't think really cares because he always posts his gameplays like 2 days or a day after they come out. So that's my take on it. I don't see an issue with it because there's no content creators that I know about that are going to be the first ones to get him. So I don't see an issue with it.
What do you think about it from an ethical standpoint, though? Because the point he's making is if he's put in 2 months of work, he should be able to reap the rewards before someone who's put in no work and borrows his account. That's his point.
Reap the rewards.
I agree.
I don't think people realize that gameplays aren't what they used to be. That's what DBG's mentioned a bunch of times. I'm sure in the past, grinding for cards, because this is my second year as being a content creator, but I used to play 2K a lot. I've watched a lot of videos. I understand like those videos would be insane, like the first Kobe grind, like the Go, all that type of stuff. But I can guarantee you right now, let's say we're talking about Most, for example. I know he's not talking about himself, but if he wanted to post the first gameplay on Larry Bird and I posted mine a day later, DBG or Ty or JC, all these guys, Isaac that do game Splash, right? I don't think it's going to be that much of a difference, or even a week after. Like his gameplay will do very well, obviously, because it's the first one out. But I can guarantee you, most of those people that are going to post it after will probably get more views just because they do more gameplays. Now, I understand if it's a smaller creator and they want to get it up first before all the bigger guys post on it, because I've been a small creator. I still am a small creator. I understand like when a Totti video goes out and I'm like, damn, I want to do a T-Mac game plan. I see Ty post it. I understand that, it's going to get a little bit less views because of the fact that somebody with 100,000 subs and everyone knows for gameplays has already posted a video on him. So I understand, and I realize that it's not going to do as well, and I'm perfectly okay with that. So I understand where he's coming from an ethical standpoint but that's the thing is I don't know any content creators that are grinding for him that are close to having him first. So are we supposed to just wait 2 weeks for somebody to get him that's a small content creator and then go start posting videos? Like, people want to see the card and want to know what he's like in game.
I love how Josh has started putting his hand up when he wants to talk now. I like this.
I just want to make it clear.
I'm just catching on.
I don't want to step on nobody's foot, but one thing that like Jazz kind of changed my whole view on like gameplays, and I don't want to say he's the reason I stopped, but he just made me like, he just gave me a different perspective. He said for him, he enjoys the gameplay more when the person like grinds for it, because it's like it gives you more of a, I don't know, it gives you more of like it gives you a better connection kind of to the card, because like you went through all of like, so I feel like you would give more of a open opinion about what you really feel about the card, being that you actually went through the trials and tribulations to get the card. That's the only thing I could really say from it. Honestly, I kind of respect it that like, all right, if you grinded for the card, you should be able to post the video first. But a lot of dudes aren't going to follow that, because a lot of dudes in the community, they this is what they do for a living. They need the views, and if they have a way to get the views first, I'm pretty sure they're gonna, they're gonna do what they can to get the views out first. So
to me, the reason why I watch gameplays, the reason why I do gameplays, like post them, is because I just like seeing when new cards come out. When I was, younger playing 2K, when I was, 2K17, 2K18, even 2K19, when people post gameplays, I would just want to watch the gameplays because, one, they're entertaining, in my opinion. I like watching, people play 2K. And then the second thing is I want to see what that card looks like and if I want to grind for him. So I know Larry Bird's a longer grind, so it's probably not the best example. But if you watch a Larry Bird gameplay and you see, okay, he's not that great, or if you were to watch a Pink Diamond Rust gameplay when they first dropped, or a Derrick Rose, or all these trophy case Pink Diamond gameplays people were doing, you can see, okay, from a good 2K player, like not even saying myself, but JC, Atai, Splash, these guys that do these gameplays consistently are really good at the game, and you're able to see right away, should I go for some bonus, or what? Like, you just get a chance to see for yourself, not even just like going off their opinion on the card, but you also get to see, do I want to go for this certain card? So that's the reason why I post gameplays, because I want to give the information out. When LaMelo and T-Mac,
I think Evan is so
like
subjective. It's so subjective though, right? Because like, you can watch 4 or 5 different players do a gameplay on a card, and that card looks completely different in each of their hands, right? So I think one of the things is it's important to find the content creator that you most play like to decide. Like,
yeah,
let me give you my overall opinion on this, right? And now I'm afraid to Matt because I know he wanted to say something. But
you're good.
My overall opinion on this is, like, to me, there's cards, and then there's certain cards that are stories, right? So with a Larry Bird, that's like a story to me, right? It's a 2.5 month grind. So I have been following, like, Mose is the guy that I've been following on that grind. Splash is the other guy I've been following on stream. But on YouTube, it's Mo. So I'm going to naturally get to the conclusion, like, with those guys on those grinds. So I'll be in Splash's stream whenever he gets Bird. Hopefully he didn't get him now. I missed it. But yeah, I'll be there, and I will watch Mose's video on Larry Bird. Like, I'm not really interested in anyone else. But when it comes to, like, whether a card is worth it or not, I think you can only really decide that is if you've got the card. Like, how can someone who's not grinded for Larry Bird decide if that grind is worth it? Because there's more to the grind than that card. There's cards along the way. There's the enjoyment that they had in getting there. There's a views experience, the growth, all that stuff they had in getting
there. Like, if your team needs it, and if your team needs a Larry Bird.
Yeah, and I think the problem is when you grab someone's account and you just do I don't think Larry Bird is worth it, I don't think it's a valid opinion.
And that's what I always told people when I made the gameplay vids. I was like, I can say whatever I want about the card, or Evan can say whatever he wants, or Splash can say whatever he wants, but you need the card in your hand to really determine whether you want it or not. And like you said, whether you want to get AD, Clyde, or CP3 along the way, if you're going for Tim or just stuff like that. So you can't always just be going off other people's opinions. But if you do want to, like, kind of get a quick opinion, like, oh, Trae Young's not good, then I won't go for him. I mean, I understand that. If several people are giving that opinion off, then I think it's pretty, set in stone that he's not a good card.
Yeah. Go on, Matt.
Okay, all right, so
let me just get back in.
My fault. So with this situation concerning gameplay, I want to say first and foremost what Mose is saying is right. And you know what? the content creator should reap the rewards. But objectively, I do want to point out the biggest point, and I've defended Evan concerning this a couple of weeks back. There's a lot of people right now that are not going for Larry Bird, and there's a few people right now that are close to it. They really are not content creators. So us content creators have to speak through them. We really forget how much weight it carries for a content creator to give that shout out or give that love and show that person that has their gamer tag on that gameplay the due and the respect. It carries a lot of weight. And for somebody like me, for myself, it's happened to me before with a content creator. They shouted me out whenever I was creating content. They used my account, you know what I'm saying, at one point a long time ago. That really mattered to me, you know what I'm saying, more than any dollar amount. It mattered to me more than anything. That was not just clout, that was everything, because you know what, this person used my account and he really, put me out there for people to know. That really matters. That matters. We forget that a shout out goes a long way. When I see Ty shout out everybody, when I see DBG and other people shout them out, that carries a lot of weight.
Can I put that in perspective for you? The first time I heard about Ludes was on a Ty gameplay.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. That's wild right there.
Go on, Evans.
So what I was going to say, backing off to what Matt said, is exactly what I agree 100% what he was saying about, it's just cool, in my opinion, to, have your account with a bigger YouTuber do a gameplay, especially if you watch them consistently and that's your favorite creator, or just someone you like watching. For me, for example, earlier in 2K22, when I first wanted to be a MyTeam content creator, I let DBG use my account for Draymond Green and that Diamond TJ Warren. We had the Evo, and I swear to God, for the first month of 2K, the coolest thing ever, I would go back and just rewatch that video and just see when DBG would say my name and be like, "Thank you to Evan Tanaka for letting me use his account." And that was the
I did that too.
That's it. You feel like a million, like for real. You feel
I know
bucks,
it sounds like a fanboy. It sounds like a fanboy, but someone that I've watched play 2K for a while, and I've just enjoyed their videos.
It's respect.
It was just cool, and I used to always just go back and check the video and just watch it and just like, oh, my link's there. That's cool. For 10,000, 15,000 people get to see.
You know what, Evan? Like this podcast is like an extreme version of that for me, right? Like, I watched creators through the pandemic. I'd never spoken to most or Killzaboy or Jay Canada, DBG. And I speak to DBG daily now. Like, we chat 2-3 hours on the phone.
For better or for worse.
Yeah, usually for worse. You're right. It does build connections. That's the other thing it does, right? When you have these. Yeah. Like the first time DBG used my account was it was the first day of 22 where Gus Gerard was the TTO reward, right? So it was like the first day he used my account, and then it kind of built from there. He'd been on the podcast before, but we hadn't really spoken. I just want to round this out because I want to get onto something else, and then we've got to check out. I want to round this out. I think it's up to the community to decide. I don't think anyone's going to not make the gameplay if the card is there, but you've got to decide what video you want to watch and why. If you just want to know what the card is, 2KDB will tell you that. If you want to see the card used in a certain way, then go to the creator that uses that card in that way. But if you really want to find out if Larry Bird is worth it or not, go to someone who grinded for it, because they're the only ones who can answer that question.
I just want to quickly say about what Jazz saying with worth it. That was the wrong word. I don't think, because I was comparing it to a different gameplay. If you want to see if T-Mac's worth it, if you want to see if LaMelo Ball's worth it, I didn't mean worth it with Larry Bird, because yes, that does make sense. It's a 3-month grind. I can't show you in a 8-minute gameplay if he's worth it or not, because that's 3 months of grinding. That's not what I meant for Larry Bird. I got confused. Obviously,
no, it's all good. Yeah. Like I said, there's two different versions of cards. There's just cards, and then there's like cards that are a story.
Yeah, I agree.
Kobe in 2K20 was a story. Like those are the stories I want to see the conclusion of.
Yeah,
Ludes, do you want to say something, or like you just like drifting in and out? I know you're busy at the moment.
I think it really just comes down to, I mean, it's a tough thing to argue from either side, realistically. But I mean, it just comes down to, as a consumer of the content, you have to make that decision straight up. I don't think you can enforce anyone to not do a gameplay on it, or try to enforce like some sort of morality on it. As much as, I do agree with that standpoint in certain aspects, it really just comes down to whoever's consuming the content. Like, if you're just trying to figure out like, how good is this card before I even make my decision, sure, go ahead and watch whatever gameplay video you want. But if you want to see like step by step how worth it is this journey, then obviously just go watch someone who did the journey themselves. It just kind of depends. I just feel like the argument back and forth is kind of counterproductive, because at the end of the day, it's really just on the consumer.
Honestly, with what?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Totti.
honestly, with what Jazz was saying right now about like joining the creator on the road, like Most or Splash or whoever it may be, I think that's like watching a show. Like there's the start of the show, and then there's like it's like a story. You're following the creator around with their story. And I feel like that story, if they had turned it into a series and not just a one card gameplay, that could be such a more enjoyable viewer experience than just watching how the card is. For what it can do, if it can shoot, if it can dunk and everything. But also I wanted to talk about what like Evan was saying about creators shouting you out when you're talking about like gameplays. I've had Ty, I've had DBG, I've had I think those were the only two, but I've had them go on my account. I remember I got like first Luca or whatever it was, and I used to only do like first just for gameplays to get the first gameplay out. And so it was really cool to see like them get on my account and be like, yo, shout out to Totti, whatever. And even till this day, like in the hot take video, when he said, when DBG said my name, I went and watched it back like 3 times. I'm like, damn, like,
it matters,
highly of me.
It might be
like,
me being a kid, but I just like it. Like, I mean, to me, it's just, I don't
yeah,
know,
like
just,
it's not, yeah.
Wait. Did you say DBG dropped the hot takes video? Is that what you said?
No, I'm saying when he released the video and you were like the guest on it, and in like the first like
it's my idea.
5
I'm a
minutes.
guest on everyone, just so you know. But anyway, listen, we recorded one 2 days ago. It got so heated we didn't release it.
Oh no.
We got into like he called me an idiot. I'm pretty sure at one point. Like, yeah,
Oh, no.
it got out of hand.
Oh no.
Is there anything
No.
else anyone wants to add to that most thing, or jumping
No.
on to the last?
I want to say one more
Awesome.
thing. I just think all you guys are great, whether you use your own gameplay or game cards through the gameplay or not. You guys continue to push out the content. It's all about diversity at the end of the day, because you know what? Somebody may have a different perspective than ET and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So keep on pushing it. Keep on pushing it.
last thing, Jazz, real quick, what you said about, deciding who you want to watch. I think Totti pointed on it too. If I post a labor gameplay, right, and let's say I get it out second or third, right, and I don't grind for it, if you don't want to watch it because you want to watch somebody that actually grinded for him and got to see the whole story, which is really cool, then you don't have to watch the video. It's not like I'm putting it out there and it's like, it's the first video out. Oh my God, you have to click on the video right now. It just, for people that want to see the card and want to see how does the card play in game, what does his jump shot look like actually in game? Is he the best small forward? Is he a top 3 small forward? Where does he kind of rank amongst the best small forwards? Not necessarily is he worth it, but just get to see the card in action and actually playing instead of just, stats on the database.
Cool, perfect. I think we've done a really good job of like rounding out some conversations today, like balance wise.
Most
We've done a good job of algo and this kind of card thing. Right, I've got one final question.
Yeah,
for
I
everyone.
discovered that I'm just bad at rebounding, I guess.
W. Just taking regular W's. Right, I've got one final question for everyone that we've got to check out because I think we're hitting 2 hours now. Right, we know 12 Days of Christmas is coming, or something to that effect, right? We know something along those lines is coming. What's one thing you want to see within that event? This question for everyone. Josh,
a good
go first.
reward player. Oh,
I just want to see like the pink diamond, free pink diamond, like last time, but make it auctionable. That's all I ask. Don't make it non-auctionable. If people are gonna lock in for cars, make it auctionable. That's all I want.
Okay, so you want to trash pink diamond as a collector?
That's auction. At least we can sell it.
Yeah, bare minimum you can sell it. I agree though. Like
for
even
me-
if it's 40K, it's fine.
Yeah.
I would say the best thing they could do is if they were to implement a Richard Jefferson grind for each day, and the card
I agree.
gets better each day, and then
I
on the
just think
final
we
day,
missed the point on it, man. Like, did you see my post? Like, how I would have done this? Just advent
No.
calendar, bro. 1st to the 25th. Would have been
Oh,
the
I
post.
did. Yeah, it should have started then. But if it were to
Yeah.
start in the 12 days of Christmas, there's not 12 tiers, but I think it'd be cool if on Christmas Day or whenever they want to end it, it's like this final,
Yeah,
Galaxy Opal card who's really good, and it's just like, and then you get to kind of progress through it. I think they could also do an event with also having that, so that's just like the daily grind, make it super easy like Richard Jefferson was, and then they can also have this event they always do where it's like, you exchange these pieces for Hall of Fame badges, takeover cards, pink
yeah.
diamond player.
I think
like,
a daily card is
it's the
vital,
best,
right? It's vital.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
'cause
so.
we've
The
just had
daily
something
card
like
is so important. I mean,
Yeah.
the kind of player base's rejuvenization last year during season 6.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
huge.
Game
I
changer.
mean, like people
Literal
were
game
on the
changer.
game literally all 30 days. did
It
that.
was
And I mean,
the one time we consistently had a reason to log in.
and it's for
since I
even
played
stuff
this
that like no one cares. Like who cared about a gold Vic Krejci before? No one.
he was a hooper, man.
Yeah.
He was a
I know,
hooper.
but there's like no
Sengun.
one.
Sengun.
Yeah,
so good
like,
as a
Yeah.
beast.
Sengu, like the thing with those cards is those cards were lower tier, but they were actually pretty good cards for their tier. Like if they were to come out at the start of the year, they'd be like the best cards in the game. Like even those gold cards, like that gold Giannis, like was a limited demon, like for at least for me.
Totti, I know you're not going to engage in any of this content.
No, I will. No, if they
What
if they do something that like tempts me to down the game, I'll do it. But right now, there's nothing. So, but what I was gonna say is like if they did like the zero gravity grind, I feel like because I had the most fun playing 2K22. I mean, apart from using Luka because he was god, but I really like doing that zero gravity grind. I think it was the best thing that could have happened to the mode. And if they redid it again this time, I think it would be really good. It would revive the game and everything.
The best thing they dropped since the original Spotlight Sims that came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
straight
I
up.
agree.
And I feel like they could also have some cool card art. Like maybe there's a number on the card or something. I don't know if that'd be too difficult, but like the 12th day and then it counts down on the card. Or just I think the card they can make is really, really cool if they were to do like a Christmas theme type of cards, and then it's just each day and then you lock in for the final card.
Yeah,
and that'd be cool.
All right, Matt, go on. What's your one thing you want to see in the Christmas event?
One thing. Okay, so me being the pet connoisseur that
Shout out
I
to
am.
Bickley, by the way.
Yeah, when did a dog get there?
Yeah. Come here, give me some kisses. Do you have any kisses for?
I wish my cats
God.
actually
Thank you.
liked me.
Thank you. I think okay. So last year, 222, they dropped the "Tis the Season." They dropped "Tis the Season." I believe they had Opal Steph, Opal LeBron. Okay, so if it was anything this season, please drop us Opal D-Rob. I want to see at least two big men throughout this situation. So
You want to see Opal D-Rob?
Why is your camera off?
yeah, what,
Just talking to the void.
where you? Where
Put
you
it in the
at?
washroom or
He
something.
said he's changing, man. Don't worry
You know what
about
the
it.
greatest thing is? His
Oh,
name
God.
is literally going to come up. He just literally like gave
Yeah,
up.
he just exposed it. Yeah,
I'm not editing that. That's on you.
I don't care. They could know my name. I don't care.
You're gonna put your social security number up there as well. Yeah, go on.
I'll take that.
Go on, Matt.
No, but yeah, that's what I would love to see. I would love to see a big man. I think the daily login also, I know that you said one thing, but a daily login would be great. I believe it was when was it? Maybe 21. It could have been 22 where we had a daily login and we could use it for rare players. But instead of what they did with the Thanksgiving, just bump it up a little bit. Let us know what we're getting into. Just a little bit more clarity would be perfect. That's what I asked for. How about that? So just a little bit more clarity.
I've got one thing. It's a direct request, to be honest. I made this request directly as well. Give the next maker some giveaways to do, please.
Big dubs.
They've put in a lot of work this year. A lot of work. I'm not understating it. Like they have continuously provided feedback, which you don't realize has impacted this game so positively in some of the things that they've done. Let's give them a high five, man. This is win-win-win. Like, give them a card to hype, give them the card to use, give them the card to give away. You know, 2K wins because it gets more hype. The creators win because they get a rub from that. And the community wins because they can get the card. Just give us some giveaways, please. Please.
Speaking of
one
giveaways,
podcast left this
Jazz.
year.
Speaking of giveaways, how about the giveaway here for
I'm
RT?
not doing it this week.
No, I'm just saying, but dubs in the chat for it though. That's what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Dubs in the chat for Jay.
Big
Listen,
dubs.
those
Ahmed
giveaways
won
were
this
OP.
week. People are saying it's rigged now. I'm in a tough spot.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the drop? Uh-oh.
But
That's
Tim
because there's
Smiles
two
won the
winners.
first one.
Let's talk about it.
That's because Tim won twice, though.
No, Tim won the first one and Ahmed won the second one.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember one.
Ahmed's like
Yep.
my co-op partner. I'm probably making this worse for myself by a lot.
I mean,
Yeah, you are.
realistically,
He's
we
done
only
something
had like
wrong,
15 people submit, though. So
it was like I think it was close to 50 this week. The thing is that all people I know, like everyone who applies, are people I know. So if anyone won it,
it's like the entire
I-
premiere chat.
can I
It's not
enter?
exactly shocking.
Can I enter the giveaway?
No. Not just because I don't like you.
I already
That's
asked.
crazy.
You're the co-op partner that doesn't deserve a card.
I'm the part-time co-op partner.
Hey, Josh, they're gonna mess around and say RIG. If you get it, they're gonna say RIG.
RNG.
No,
RIG.
RIG. No, they're gonna say
They're gonna say
RIG.
rigged.
Yeah, they're gonna say right.
That's funny.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna wrap. I think we did about 2 hours. So it was basically
Roughly.
no different. My bad news. I know you wanted to get out quicker, but you know, Tanaka
It's
held
all
us up
good,
today,
it
so everyone
happens.
can blame him. Can we get
it's
some
not
L's
his
in the
fault.
chat for Tanaka?
Yeah, you guys can blame me. I was.
I'm sure there's a super serious reason why you would.
I mean, yeah, there was a reason, but yeah, no.
Yeah,
I do
I
apologize.
just want to get
I'm
some
not
L's.
trying.
Big dubs for ET though, and Totti, right, man? Big dubs in the chat.
Nah, L's for Totti, man. L's for Totti.
No,
El Totti,
man.
El
Hey,
Totti.
I beat you.
Don't
I beat you
do
by
that.
30. I beat you by 30. Don't talk to me like
You're
that.
bad.
I'm
You're
on your
bad at the
side,
game.
Totti.
You're bad at the game. Stop.
Yeah, bro.
Um,
All right.
There's a couple of little bits that I should probably add at the end of this. So next week is our last podcast of the year, and we're not back until the 8th, right? Because the next 2 Sundays are like Christmas and New Year's.
And I'm not going to be here for it, man.
Yeah, that's
real
what I was gonna-
disappointing.
He's gonna be.
You
in
kind
New
of
York
sold
for
my
me.
ability to gas you up there. Now you've just put it out there. So
I know.
Lose is visiting me next week. Lose is visiting me next week.
yeah, Lose.
I will be in New York
NYC.
City next week. Yeah, that I will be doing.
Man, it makes
I
me
will
want to
be-
get up there, bro. Is everybody going to like meet up? Should we meet up or something?
Well,
I'm
all right,
gonna get there in
so
6
I'm
hours.
going.
Lose,
just
we're gonna take a
to-
picture by the Empire State Building. I'm gonna post it on Twitter.
Just bring me to like the garden. I
The
can look at what a
lineup,
poverty
the last
stadium's
lineup
like.
is cracked. By the way,
Yeah.
wait till you see it.
I mean, it's not that cracked. I'm not there.
That's what makes it cracked.
That's good.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how the
Yeah.
ad libs are.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to say goes to tag at random points in the podcast to make it seem like you're there.
I'll write y'all a script. Don't worry.
Yeah. I'll sacrifice an ear for a card, all of that stuff. Yeah, I'll practice. I'll be lead.
Yeah, you got it. It's not that hard. You can predict me at this point. I'm like AI.
And bad
algorithm
mouth
at this point.
lasagna. Don't forget that part. Talk bad about lasagna.
Yeah,
Did
got
they-
trash.
do they even
really
eat
good food.
lasagna
I
in New
literally
York?
had lasagna for dinner. I'm not even joking. I ate it in 14 minutes.
I feel like
Oh,
you're just eating that to spite me. You're
Dubs.
hurting yourself, actually.
Dubs.
You just need to travel a little bit, bro. There's some good food out there. Trust me, I've seen it. I know it exists. Have you guys had
Food is
fun?
overrated.
I
Yeah,
definitely.
had fun.
I had very. Hope I come back. I had really fun.
Yeah, you gotta play my
No, I
team,
don't
though,
want you
bro.
back. You can't come back.
Yeah, no, I don't want Totti
That's
back.
so cool.
All right.
You have
look,
survived a
all
My
right.
Team podcasters. We might as well have got a COD player at this point, right? Like
I mean, I still talked about the Mo technically. So.
you did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. You did well. Thank you guys. I think it's been really fun. I've really enjoyed it. Been one of the most balanced ones I think we've done. I think we've talked about some like big topics in a really kind of balanced way, and we've seen a lot of perspectives on it. But yeah, that's it, guys. Yeah, until next week.
All right, y'all. See ya.